He-ho.
Number 7.
Yeah, He-ho number 7. I'm going to get my sitting on footing. As you can see, it's a full cast tonight. We bring back QP if she's in the space to have a conversation.
I am.
Okay, Baz.
How you going, brother?
This was a long day.
That was a long one.
Yeah.
All right,
You know,
Tony.
the CPAP work is... Women don't understand the labor. You know about labor work?
Yeah, I do.
Let me see your fingers if you know what.
Let me see. No, closer.
All right.
Yeah, she a chef or something. She a chef or some fingernails too clean. What are you doing? Some illegal activity?
All right, cool. So we are here. Episode number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the He-Ho podcast.
Yeah.
Just setting up, you know. Don't be too alarmed. We know getting our knocks in.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a very interesting show to have tonight. We have a panel of our most sincere ladies. The ever auspicious, ever talented, ever green,
Ever Rosie.
ever rose.
That's it.
Rosé.
We are Rosie. We are Rosie G.
Right.
She's in a good mood today. Wonder why.
I wonder why. We don't ask too much questions yet.
Yeah.
All right, so we're moving on to enjoy it.
Queen of the pack.
Talk closer. You know, we do this every...
Queen of the pack.
We do this every weekend.
And I must interject on that name because I was in a old school hawker and spit bar.
Oh God. Oh God, no.
And then I heard this song by Lady So.
Of course.
Is Lady So Patra?
I don't know. Yeah, and that's why I was like, for a brief moment in time, when you first said your name, I swear to all of this holy.
So she has a little backstory into what it really was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Queen of Hearts because my name means queen. And well, hearts because I consider myself love, like I consider myself a lover. I give love freely, I receive love freely, and I put a little bit of love into every interaction, everything that I do. So yeah, that's why Queen of Hearts.
All the women was like, oh.
So sweet. He was like, oh, earlier.
I wasn't. I wasn't. I was like,
He was the first one that said, oh.
I was like, it makes sense because Rejan is, a queen. You know what's going on with all the women?
What?
You know what's going on with all the women? But this is how.
That's what's going on there. They're full of it.
You know what? A Negro agree with all you, right? And have a good conversation in confidence with all you. And you want to just out him in public. We can't do that.
Mike.
We can't do that. But it's fine. I did agree that you had a good heart.
Wait, no, so you did do the or too?
I didn't do the all.
Okay.
I was like,
Are you lying on him?
I was like, it all makes sense.
Wait, no.
Pierre wasn't
here
here.
for that.
I
was here.
She was here. You see, it's not shaky, dog. Just forget.
No, but, okay, because she don't make eye contact, So, no,
What do you mean? I make a lot of eye contact.
oh, and she do it with the seductive eyes. I saw that there.
Brother.
I saw that there. That genjutsu is not going to work on me.
Man, let me just go.
Anyway,
Just go.
Introduce yourself, ma'am.
Sure. Hi guys, my name is Bogi. I'm 26 years old from the Santa Cruz area. I consider myself a creative for many reasons. I do poetry, I do pottery, I paint sometimes. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, excellent.
You see this? Oh, God. Well, let's go this one. Let's go, Chi. Let's get this warm introduction out of the way.
Again?
Yes, again.
And face. Yeah. Let's start at the mic.
Then you mic to yourself. And
Yeah.
we good to go.
Hi everyone, it's Rosé.
That was not what you called it every last time.
She done sort of speed already.
Might as well change it now.
Bring the helmet for my dog. This girl's speeding.
Well, I work in the corporate industry. Hate it.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey. I'm telling her she wanna intern for us. She wanna intern for us full time, This is our first intern, and we gonna get the second one. Well, you say what is on Saturdays?
That's my relaxation time. That's my time to vibe and chill out, and you know.
Was the shoe level?
Whatever. That implies the magic of whatever randomness may occur on a Saturday night. Whatever it is.
Thing is, Sunday night.
Sunday night is speed. Saturday night is speed. Sunday night is
Mellow
Sunday night is
vibes.
mellow
Yeah.
vibes.
is Bobby
Nights are
Valentino.
chill.
Slow down.
Good one, G. Good one,
Are we playing this game nice? We playing this game real nice tonight.
We bound to score just now.
Watch. Yeah. Let's keep passing them. Keep passing them.
All right, so we have a jam-packed show tonight. We try to keep it abrupt, short, sweet.
Concise.
to the
Hour and
point,
14 minutes.
Concise. Specifically. Right. But let's get right into it. So, off the bat, I had a conversation this week with a dear friend of mine. I will not call her name.
Receipts.
Yeah? We can't receive this one is a good one to me. We not going to call names, right?
Can't.
But the issue is she has, she got news of a vaginal infection. And it was a little bit appalling to find out how to put it, to find out the origination or the whereabouts of this the so-called infection.
What infection did she get? I have to ask.
It's called bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, beaver. Cool.
Right.
The beaver. She got the beaver.
Yeah.
Leave it to beaver.
Leave it to beaver, though, God. It kind of hurt my head because she wasn't seen to me to be that kind of girl. You know, I'm not judging. Right? But, I mean, if being as close to the Virgin Mary is a person that was somebody I think, you know, would be that kind of person. But the long and short of the story is that she got it from someone else, not a significant other. And it really turned into a whole emotional affair for her, you know, and I need to find out from you ladies, because this is all about awareness. Men and women just out here having sex randomly, right? No condomization, they're just doing the most, you know, and we really need to have a little bit more responsibility when we're using the nether regions a little bit more. So, just off the bat, have you ladies ever had any experiences with these said, you know, infections, issues, whatever the case is? What do you know about it? Talk to me.
When I hold or pause, when you look at, I run up to you one time.
Stop.
I see only lemon outside of this podcast.
No, we literally, we had a little chat about it. That's all.
Yes, we had a little chat about it. So, go ahead.
Yeah. So, well, I don't think that the fact that she slept with somebody else that wasn't her boyfriend is a matter, because BV is something that you can get, you know, it's bacterial, it's a bacterial infection. So, like I was saying earlier, a man who has a bed, like beds trap a lot of bacteria. You get a lot of germs caught up in it. No, listen.
I listen.
Yeah, you get a lot of germs caught up in it, and yeah, you could be the cleanest person. You could have hygiene on point, but fact of the matter is, you eat anything, you smoke, you drink anything, it gets into your bed. So when it says you come in now and you're like, all right, cool, it's time for you know, it's time for a meal.
No, I don't know what you mean. I'm stupid. Explain what you mean.
You come in to eat me out,
Okay.
and your bed now has bacteria trapped in it, then it's going to be transferred to me. And that can exacerbate whatever situation and end up as BV. And it's not even to say just that, like your fingers could be dirty. Let's say
we good.
Let's say we have like a sneaky link, and in the heat of the moment or whatever, you fling off your underwear, and when time to go home come, you put it back on. Like all of that affects the pH of a woman's, you know, of her vagina.
You know, okay, let me explain this. I have a primary school education because, you know, I left primary school immediately and then decided to go in the world of work. So what
primary school is that there? You know?
Primary school.
I was in 12.
You left primary school at 12? I left at 8.
You left primary school at what age?
8. You see when it's at CXC, it's something called CXC. Not CXC, common entrance. You know what them kind of things. You know
Common entrance at
Yeah.
12.
What you know about common entrance?
That was
don't know.
before us. See.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you don't know what them, you don't know what it's like. But yeah, so you leave that and I was working at a gas station first, and from my first gas station,
I don't know
Has
if
to
you're
be fucking
being
with me. I think he's fucking with me. He had to be fucking with me because I'm like, there's no possible way.
why are they laughing at my...
Why that's
at-
what I
at my
believe?
so something wrong with working at the National Petroleum industry
I
and
mean,
then
I
turning
would
to the...
consider it like child abuse, probably.
Yes.
No, it's a different time when I was young.
How,
like you had to
was that like,
support...
how long ago was that exactly? Like 50 years?
We grew up in the
60
90s.
years?
We grew up in the 90s.
That's
That's
still
the-
child abuse. Come on.
That's these new terms. Child abuse was new terms. You know what I'm talking about. You could get hit with a shovel and thing. That was... But anyway,
My mother beat me with a broomstick.
yeah, I get beat with
Normal,
the...
normal.
Yeah,
Are
this
you
was...
okay?
Yeah. Who hurt you? Nobody. I waited for that one. No one. No one hurt us. Yeah. So you talking about that's the acid thing, right? What pH stand for?
Yeah, your PH is.
No, but what it stand
what does
for?
it stand for?
What my
I have
pri-
no idea.
That's what I'm saying. My primary school education.
What is
my
your primary school education?
It didn't
tell
teach
you?
pH. It didn't teach pH.
We don't know. That's
I
what
still,
I'm saying.
I still calling it no place. That's why I call
Then
it.
you need to grow up a grown ass man. You went to primary school in the 90s and you still calling it no space. Come on.
Because we're not allowed to touch those things. That's
See, and that's the same thing. We were saying
Yeah.
that. Anyways, we're not there yet.
I don't want Miss Kimball to
By all
watch this. I'll
means.
get in trouble.
Don't worry. I'll talk on your behalf though.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Don't stress.
stands
Don't
for
stress.
potential of hydrogen.
Oh, you have a scientist on the show.
No,
No,
I
shit,
just
they have Google.
Googled
They have Google. They have Google.
So a scientist on the show.
All right, no problem. So go ahead, expatiate.
Yeah.
You was onto something.
I don't even know what I was on through.
No, you were saying that bed, fingers,
Well,
or if you take
all
off our
of those
drawers.
things-
Yeah.
all of those things contributes to BV. So it's quite common. Like apparently, it occurs most around a woman's reproductive years. It also occurs like when you switch partners. So let's say you meet a guy and you start lineman and now you'll start to jam because natural course of actions. So your body would need to get accustomed to his bacteria, like you know.
Jimmy, I'm
what
not.
I mean?
I'm like, well, yeah, I was here Friday.
Whoa.
So you're in agreement.
You know,
So
like,
I'm in agreement.
All right,
But-
cool.
so how long is take the body is taking to for adjustment? This adjustment period. Yeah, Miss Gray.
It depends, right?
Miss G.
Yeah.
Let me do it.
Don't worry. So, all right. My whole thing is, right, from that being said,
Thank you.
we kind of skip past the point that this girl was horning she man.
Fair.
I mean,
We kinda
yeah,
like,
you know.
hey.
So maybe it was a bit of karma on her part as well.
So we agree honing good or bad? What's the
No,
consensus?
it's bad. Definitely bad.
Have
Oh.
you ever been in a relationship and stepped out?
And stepped out.
That's like yes. She paused. She paused too long. That's like
No, I got asked this question a couple of weeks ago too. I wouldn't consider it cheating, but I guess. I guess it would. No, we weren't together. We weren't really together. It was at the end of the relationship. But it hurt the person that I was with.
I wonder why.
yes. Yeah. We're not.
Because it wasn't like settled, like you now come out of a relationship kind of nonsense. But to be fair to me, like my head got like severely chained up by this person. So I guess that was also karma as well.
So when the person the person that chain you up is the guy that you didn't cheat on, but who's the person that chain you up?
The guy that I would have had relations with.
What's the definition of chain up here?
As in you're talking a certain nonsense, you're saying, "Oh, I want to be with you. Like I'm real into you. I can see us being together in the future." No, and I was young.
Depending on her age, you know.
So exactly, and I was young. So
How
you're
old
gonna
was?
eat that chain up at that point in time, maybe like early 20s. Yeah, it would have been before 23.
She would have been
or
naive.
around 23. Yeah, you're young, you're naive.
And especially as a hopeless romantic.
Yes.
Exactly.
Bogi.
She
I'm
jump-
picking up plenty.
Yeah, she picking up this train,
no.
She gonna get us work today.
First of all, never have I ever cheated. I'm starting there. No, for real. I feel like if I cheat on someone, I'd be cheating myself.
Aww.
Genuinely.
This is
You hear this?
No, I swear.
This is youthful exuberance.
I could believe it.
Bruh.
I could believe it up until the point of it actually not going the way you say it does.
All right.
You understand?
That's fine. I agree. You know what? Good for you. You're one of the few ladies who. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
You get for
Right? You get
1.2
something.
seconds.
Right?
That's them.
But what we're trying to get to the point of is that there's a increased level of, dare I say, female promiscuity in this whole sexual marketplace.
And you're right. You remember last episode, that's how we ended off with her
Episode number 4.
on number 4. And she was like, so what's wrong with men can be promiscuous? Why women can't be promiscuous?
But it's true though.
Ah, okay, good.
We love
Excellent.
this.
Excellent. So, is it the same for a woman to be promiscuous as men?
What do you mean if it's the same?
Is it the same in terms of the ramifications?
Let's throw the anecdote.
Anecdotal evidence. Go ahead.
All right.
PP, I'm in love with you right now. You know, we've been together for 3 years. You know, I took you all over all over Tobago.
I don't know what.
Because we must see Pep salary and stuff. And then for some reason, I got the glimpse and I look at, but both will have a kind of similar profile. So the lights was off and I thought she was you and then it happened.
Wow.
Them kind of thing.
Terrible.
Right, so it bad, right? Flip side now. You take me all over with your nice Western confront accent. Confront accent. And one day you see strapping Mr. Baz. And was like, well, he's skinny. I've never been lifted up and flipped over.
Wait.
So I had to go graphic. I have to, as an artist too. And then you come back and tell me, well, I was with Bazzy. Is it different? Is it different?
Don't worry about generator.
It's not different. No, either way you cheat. Like
Yeah,
the
but
way.
which one is worse?
What do you mean? Which one is worse? They're both equally horrible. You have betrayed the trust of the person that you are supposed to be with. You know, you somebody you claim to love. So
Okay,
now,
The-
either way, like if I cheat on you, if you cheat on me, it's both. There's no one that's worse.
I agree what she's saying, you know, but for some reason the female side is be a little bit worse.
On paper,
Here's
it
why.
sounds good.
What do you mean?
BV, for one.
Bruh.
But that's
For one.
no. But that's again. So take something like yeast infection for instance. A yeast infection is super easy to get. It is like literally
On both genders.
exactly,
I
and
have
it occurs on both genders. So listen, so it's super easy to get. I could wear my swimsuit for too long and I get a yeast infection. I could have to go on antibacterial. What's it called? Antibiotics for something completely unrelated to that, and that antibiotics is removing all the good bacteria from my well, it's not vagina, your vulva, and now I cannot. Now it's
She real medical, you know. I love
Oh,
this.
she's clinical with explanations.
And here's
you
what I
know.
realized, and all I just come in and just feeling is the day they come out, you sign this up.
She quiet in the corner,
there.
just-
Yeah, love it.
And here's the tricky thing about a yeast infection, guys can get it too. So if I have a yeast infection and I jam in you, you have it.
Let's press this button. Right.
And if we continue jamming, it keeps going around and around and around in a circle. So for instance, if it is we good and we fucking for a while, I have no issues with you, my body get accustomed to your body, but you decide to step out and you go on fuck, I don't know, Sheila from across the road. And you come back and they're saying Sheila has a yeast infection, you're gonna give me that. And it's gonna be a wonder.
I can't just bathe.
No, because once
Can't wash it
it's not just wash off. It's something
soap
that
don't wash it
happens.
off?
No, it's
You need to
it's
medically-
an infection. Yeah, it's
Antibacterial soap.
So if it is, I have to be treated for
Life-
yeast
life
infection.
boy.
So do you.
Like, boy.
Rubber life boy. You see?
Don't work so. Don't work so.
Okay, so in terms of
Because then you could just wash off something like AIDS, or you could just wash off.
that's what Trevor says.
Trevor
me.
says,
And
yeah.
he's never been wrong.
Trevor
He's never
says,
been wrong.
if you feel a little loony and rub it on your private parts.
He's never been wrong ever.
I wouldn't know. I don't take his advice.
Correct.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
no, what I'm asking is the reason why I say it kind of wrong. One, the statistics for, at least in America, are based on this bullshit I know going on in the States, because I still had to get the facts down here. I had to get all the sense of stuff, because nobody going to admit it. Yeah. 40% minimum of the people that went to Planned Parenthood for their abortions or the paternity test place, 40%, the father was not the father. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a loose
So,
statistic.
You and me, because I doubt we're going to be using contraceptive. Because you're talking greasy, that means you don't use yours in terms of relationship.
I mean, that's a bit personal, but it depends. It depends on who I'm with.
No, but I'm talking about,
But
we
that's
now
the
been
thing,
in a
like-
relationship 2 years. 2 years.
Chances are probably not.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
right.
That's what I'm saying. 2 years. We're talking about our hypothetical here. So, shooting up the club, whatever. Are pregnant. But for some reason, the moment you catch him in the moment, it was the full moon. He just happened to look like Jacob and he was not on Team Edward that night.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I go to with the anecdotes.
Analogy.
Yeah. Everybody understood what I meant because I used Tom and Jerry last time and the sister did not know what I was talking about.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The dentist.
Yeah, the dentist didn't
Yeah,
know what I
she
was
didn't
talking
know, she
about.
didn't
So, all right. So I brought up. So you are now getting the 2 sticks on the pea stick. The 2 lines on the pea stick.
Okay.
So everybody know what I'm talking about now.
Sure.
You know.
I'm there. Go ahead.
Right. So you're pregnant now. He shoot up the club. I shut up the club.
Bruh.
Who's the father? And now you have to tell me, I have to know why would we have to go to a paternity test if me and you monogamous? You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
So-
I mean,
And
I wouldn't put myself in that position, but what does have to do with anything?
no, the difference in what I'm saying is the difference in the men and woman horn and angle.
Fidelity.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. So it could work on the opposite end of the spectrum as well, where it is we together years now, and then you come, I don't know, 7.5 months later and be like, babe, I fucked this girl 7 months ago and she's pregnant. Like what? Like there is no difference to me.
So therein lies the age-old question that I'm going to ask you now. Have you ever met a woman, or are you willing to take care of a man financially until the day you die?
I think I answered this question, and I think I said no.
Right.
But it's not that I think I would, but it depends. Like, what quality of man are you? Like, are you just you just loafing around and doing nothing? And I had to mind you, and then also
All right.
I won.
like what?
All right. So
Think about
touched
it.
it.
What is
all
it?
right, so-
Slavery?
no, all right, good. Chances are the man you're going to have to take care of financially is not going to be a man that you want. Because if it's a man that you want, he's going to be on his shit. You're going to have what you have. You're going to be able to
Exactly.
take care of you without any issues
The
whatsoever.
CPAP salary will be balanced properly for all parties.
You could just say, baby, I want to go Canada. I want to go.
Like, don't worry,
Europe.
girl, this ghost gang
Where
now
do you wanna
running,
go?
go and work out.
Correct. So in that aspect, where we look at the two sides and we say, for men, it's worse for women to be promiscuous in a relationship because they can't secure the secure paternity. Whereby, for women, even if a man brings a child into the relationship, are you really losing if he is that perspicacious man, that go-getter, that mover and shaker, the person who you're really attracted to? Are you really losing out?
Because enmeshment happens way more with, okay, let me say I have a son.
Popcorn banging though.
Yeah. Popcorn sponsored by, call no names. Anyway,
Hee-haw.
yeah. So, you understand enmeshment?
No.
Okay, like the boundaries, basically it's emotional incest. What's happening a lot? No, happening a lot. So women would raise, single mothers would raise the son to be the man.
Son husbands.
Son husbands. Basically, not to be the man in having sex, but it's just like, no, he's the king. You ever see the Instagram posts?
Right.
Where it's be like, oh, he's my king.
Yeah.
This is my enmeshment.
Gotcha.
Perfect example. Oh, this is my prince and I don't need no man. I don't have my king.
Yeah.
And she will always have an issue with his girlfriend. Because in her mind, she's already enmeshed him to be her meat.
That emotional counterbalance.
It's a unspoken thing. Like, it's a lot of things that nobody's talk about. A lot of men, especially in our community, have been enmeshed by their mother. Because we are typically raised by our mother to be the man, the ideal man. You understand what I'm saying? So with that situation now, you make his kid. You enmesh his kid, basically. So I can't control his kid because of that situation. You understand?
I'm not sure I follow any.
You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
I'll break it down for you. I'm going back from scratch. We in a relationship,
Yeah.
and you decide to step out on the relationship. I cannot be certain that this child is mine. That is one of men's greatest fears is to know that you're taking care of somebody else's child. So you cannot be certain that the paternity of this child is yours.
And even if I stay with him, I don't get
You
the
don't have the control over him
Yeah, because that's your child, not mine.
because that's
child.
your baby.
Because as soon as I touch him, in terms of don't hit him, da.
But I feel like that would depend. It would depend on the relationship. It would depend on the relationship between us. It would depend on the relationship and the understanding that we have concerning the child.
No, I had to say.
So if it is you are like, okay, if it is the person at the cuckold, let's call him a cuckold because that's what he is. No, let's say that he's like, all right, well, I love you enough. I admit to you, okay, this was a mistake and I happened to get pregnant for this person. And you request I don't know, you request a paternity test, then and we realize it's not your child, it's the next man's child, and you love me enough and you're like, all right, cool. I would take care of the child. That's like the opposite end of the spectrum. You don't know how to stay. You're like, okay, I'll take care of the child as if he's my own. And okay, well, if that's your prerogative, if you want to do that, if you would like to stay with me, if that's what we do in this relationship, then all right, then that's your child as well. That's just me. Like if it is you insist, okay, I would allow you to be a part of this person's life because if I think the child needs a father, then all right, cool.
Gentlemen.
But it's all up to you. If it is you say, nah, this is somebody else's child. Yeah, this is somebody else's child. I'm not taking care of him. Then don't take care of him.
This
I
is
don't
a
know.
cool-
Go on your way.
Hard word,
And
gentlemen.
we just entered.
But I don't know.
You know that sound effect, guys?
No, I don't.
Wow. This
Welcome,
is so great.
welcome to the 90th. What is it? 1993?
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
the 90s. Twilight Zone, right? Oh, Lord. There's a lot to unpack here.
She boxed out. No, what I like is did she stand alone on that one? No, them just laying now on their own and shiver.
Nah.
Yeah, I watch that. The
Great.
sniper, no, the sniper making sure, but that
Lady
one,
G inside, she's like, yeah.
yeah, go. She be all you eat is beat, you know. She set all it up. She set all it up.
All right.
Go.
So there's a lot to unpack here. And we want to start from scratch again. Okay. So a lot of ladies are of the persuasion that every man is any man. Meaning that
It
when
might
you
be
say,
you. You're just talking about general.
generally, hypothetically,
Yeah.
when we say he might love me so much that he's willing to take on the responsibility of another man's child after knowing that I stepped out of the relationship, that is a very, that's hypothetical, quite. But that don't really exist. The average man, his greatest fear is to have his woman be impregnated by another man.
And like I said, the stats, this is the reported stats, is 40%. So you know the dark figure going to be.
Might be a little inflated.
Remember how much children sugar aloes, if you know sugar aloes, right? Okay, you know sugar aloes. You know sugar aloes.
He's a old time Calypsonian.
Right, so they said he had 97 children.
I
Remember
don't doubt
that?
it. I don't doubt it.
97 children. Yeah, you don't remember that? That was like newspaper.
I don't doubt it.
97 kids.
I might have been too young for that.
It wasn't basically for his wife, but it was for other men wives. And so other men would have raised a kid. As like, for some reason, I have 3 kids with you, but this one child,
One child, yeah.
for some reason,
Particular.
is a little bit different than the rest. I can't put my finger on it.
He taller.
He played sports, but he have something that I was like, where you get that from? Oh, it's probably because my uncle
My
and
grandfather
and
had a-
he was dark or something like that. And then you playing this
Right.
thing in your head for the entire time. Like, okay, maybe it's that.
Yeah.
Come to find out, nah. And you know what you get for that? You deserve that. That's all
Right.
this get. You look at a pat on his shoulder, you get like no medal of honor.
Go ahead.
You just get, you fucking stupid.
So we reach the first level on this thing, right? So the first level is that's every man's greatest fear.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Particularly speaking, the average man is not going to deal quite well with that news that shit is not mine. the shame, the fear, the guilt, the insecurity. You know where it's go. So, off the bat, we know what happens when men are disenfranchised. There's an increase in violence in the society. There's an increase in delinquency, waywardness, the whole 9 yards. Now, I'm not saying that hypothetically what you put on paper is wrong, but we have to talk from the general perspective. And generally, when women step out of a relationship, generally, they cause a greater impact on the said individuals that are involved.
I'm waiting for the counterpoint.
One
Go.
second. We had to unpack it. We had to unpack it carefully because you have a good point, you know. I'm
It's
not saying-
great.
I'm not
It's
saying you're
wrong. Wrong and bad. Cool.
I'm not saying you're wrong, you know.
Cool.
But question.
Good.
All right,
No,
cool.
my biggest question is like, why are we putting it so? It feels like I should say,
Uh-huh.
putting it solely on the woman though.
Oh,
Why
no,
we
no,
not
no, no, no,
saying?
no, no,
Why
no.
we not saying? Why these men going after other?
We get it. We get in
girls?
there. We get in there.
All right.
We get in there. Right? But just to say that it might be something hypothetically okay is a little bit outrageous.
But who says? I never said it would be hypothetically okay.
Oh.
I'm just saying it depends on the individual. Like a certain type of man, and I actually happen to know a couple people or a person
Oh.
who is taking care or is willing to take care of,
Another
someone
man's
else,
child.
another man's child.
The person stepped out? Or?
Well,
Previous relationship.
no, as in, yeah, the girl stepped out. She had a child, and he was like, "All right, cool." They whatever conversation they had between each other, they were like, "All right, cool. We're gonna work this out. I will take care of this boy as my own." And they also had another child together. So, I mean, they decided to work it out, and they're still together.
That
as
is-
far
that
as
is-
I know
that is so lovely.
today.
I feel like that's such a rare case.
It is a rare case. No, it is a rare case. I 100% agree.
What kind of friendly fire going on
No,
here?
no, I'm just saying.
them
I
shoot
feel like
now, let them shoot now.
that's such a rare case for anything like that to happen because I mean,
He didn't.
men
you-
typically back out of that.
want
Fair,
them.
exactly.
Why?
Fair enough,
Okay.
and
Why?
that is fair.
Why
Like,
wouldn't he?
It's your prerogative.
If I cheat
He's
on
probably
me,
so in love with this woman, and her pom pom probably so nice that
He was
you know.
like,
No.
yeah, exactly. Or
That's-
maybe
he is-
maybe whatever. But that's the thing. We don't know other people's relationships, so I don't know what it is they discussed in private. I don't know what it is she said to him. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is he
this-
said to her. I don't know what their relationship is like.
I'm playing around too much. Let me get serious to the point, right? If a woman steps out on a man, that's usually a man she doesn't respect, she doesn't care about, she doesn't love. Love is a
On the
very,
flip-
very word.
on the flip side, if I'm a man,
If a man steps out on a woman,
I don't care about that.
you really don't care about that next woman. Generally
And
speaking.
Then I think that is worse. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
No. What I'm saying is no.
So you
wait,
okay?
no,
So
no,
you
no,
you
no, no.
don't care about the other woman.
That you're stepping
That is
out
the.
with.
I just want.
Well, what the hell? So
I
then
would
why
just-
the hell are you
stop.
stepping out on me? You care about
No,
me.
no. Listen to this.
Yes.
No,
And you don't care about this woman, but you can't control yourself enough to keep it in your pants.
No,
It's
it's
an
not nothing to
ego
do with.
thing.
No, it's not an ego thing.
Ladies,
So
You
what is
okay?
it?
Okay, out of 10, seriously, how much you would rate yourself? This is linked to
Out
the
of 10?
Yeah, like you're
I rate
pretty.
myself a fucking 10 because that's me.
Okay, so you're 10. So I bag you.
I just love myself.
Listen, what I'm
That's
saying.
all, that's
I
it.
happen to bag you. I have a bad 10 out of 10. Bazzy, I have a 10. I get to flags here around. We go to all these nice events. It's like, yo, he girl real sweet. But then eventually, us intimacy go and get boring.
Boring?
Thank you. And then I see her, and I was like, she might.
how much do you rate yourself out of 10?
She's a fucking 10.
Oh, she's a 10.
A 10.
She's a 10. So I get a 10 and I could beat a next 10? Hold
I
on.
mean, that's unfair though to the person that you're with.
No, but the difference is I'm saying is I don't care about you. I love her. I will never spend out. I wouldn't give you 5 cents to
But would
put
you
cheese on
call
our
that
whopper.
really love?
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
it's
what I
love.
mean?
Yes.
It's love.
Genuinely, no, I would think not.
Yeah.
Because I feel like love would mean that I would never want to hurt you. In
Exactly,
any
or
possible
disrespect you in any way.
No, because number one, we be heading to the place with the 2 trees. We're not going out no big restaurants. We going to the 2 trees place, and then you will never know. And nobody will ever know.
I mean, it
Should
depends because
ever know.
women like to come to other women as a woman.
Okay.
It's very
So,
true.
I mean,
And Trinidad is small,
let's be
literally.
real.
Chicago was the 90s.
And then
Chicago was the
remember
90s
earlier.
something,
So I
was
remember
different
earlier how we said you sleeping with another woman
Mm-hmm.
could potentially affect me. So if we sleeping together and we good, I good all the time, and then all of a sudden out of the blue we jam and now something not meshing down there, something kind of funny.
No,
It's like,
because-
what the hell going on
and-
here?
Yeah, but you could take
Make it
antibiotics.
sing.
You can't take antibiotics and
But
get
it
a
doesn't
child.
always have to be that
Listen,
simple. It could be a worse,
A new girl,
disease.
and I'm going to be...
Alright.
Very true. We're thinking about it.
Well, let me see the point.
But I'm going to be as plain as possible.
Well,
Girlfriends real lame. I want to say real
Girlfriends
lame.
real lame?
Lame. Yeah, with them, you know, when we know meet, it's like you are like...
Everything.
It's like, we could watch girls together. We could go on thing, come and play games with me. You would do whatever I want to do. And then sex was whether I be out of this world. Amazing.
Right.
You doing all kind of stuff I want to do. Then all of a sudden, a year, 2 years in, no, don't do that. Put my hair like that. I meet young version of you, and young version of you now is like, you know what I really like to do, right? I really like to do that thing that you don't do with me anymore. Because because we get comfortable. You get comfortable in your position.
You do.
So now, wait now, so you doing this thing? Wait now. You know a man, right? Here's the seat, girl. You have to pay for rent? Hola. You just stay in the apartment right there. I'll come and check you on Tuesdays. You know, when I come back, hey baby, and I come in and loving you even more because now I have the memory of what it used to be and I could enjoy your company more. And that's the justification men would use.
Oh my goodness.
That's so fucked up.
It is.
As opposed to the next
Okay,
one.
so let me point. I just want to point out one thing, right? So, in a lot of, should I go ahead, boy?
of course.
Spin it.
By all
But
means.
this is a trigger warning, and in a lot of sexual abuse cases or instances where there's a relative involved, like a father involved with
Incestuous.
with their daughter, it stems from a frustration of the father being like, "Oh, the mom does not want to have sex. This woman not having sex with me." You start looking at the child.
Listen, I have no information on this.
Wait.
so
But
enlighten
that's
me.
what I'm
What you said just
saying.
now, younger QP? my other 10?
No, so it's like why do you need that? Like why it is we can't have like a conversation? Why it is you have to turn to somebody else? Why are men so impulsive?
That's not important. That's not impulsive.
That is.
Ladies. So we were unpacking. Let's
Okay.
unpack a little bit more.
All right, more unpacking.
So we reach the point, number one, that men and women have two different calibrations.
Both-
Okay?
oh.
We come from Mars, Venus. You know what it's called. Now, in the instance of it being worse or better, it's coming from two perspectives. And that will always be chaos. All right? What we have to remember is that we need each other. Number one. So if we are in a relationship, basically from the general point of view, a woman stepping out is basically she's not any longer interested in being in this relationship. Because it can't serve two masters.
You can't serve two masters.
Right?
And before anybody gets vexed with this two masters talk,
Yeah, it's just hypothetical statements.
gosh, don't let the devil jump out on everybody all at once.
All right?
What we see in two masters is just using a Bible reference of the scripture. It's like you can't serve two masters. You can't be with one man and the next man.
Chances are you're going to literally start feeling for one man
More than the next man.
Right.
Because that's the reason why I end up there in the first place. All right?
It have nothing to do with I just look at the guy and not. It's like, I like buff fellas more than I like skinny fellas.
Or I
Right.
like empathetic fellas more than
and he-
insensitive fellas.
And he's mean to me. He's not like how he used to be
Right.
back in the day.
I feel like typically women do cheat because of that very same reason.
When I say that in the mic, you have to say that in the mic and say that like real.
I said I feel like women typically do cheat for that very same reason.
Oh gosh, boy, this girl is a gem. This girl is a gem. Give her
Careful.
a round.
Because there's
Careful,
something
brother.
that they're lacking, you know? It's something that's
She
being
lying.
lacked within their relationship
sneak.
or with
Yeah.
their significant other.
They come
But
as a team.
men cheat more so for like a ego.
Okay,
boost,
all right. Just now, so we going somewhere. We getting somewhere, right? What I'm saying is that I'm not casting any aspersions in the genders yet. We're just looking at it from pure, which is less harmful.
Both are harmful.
Which one is less harmful? Is
I
what you say.
wouldn't say, because I mean, it depends on perspective.
Right. So
You know?
we're looking at the general point of view.
Societal.
Because I feel like
Societal.
when a
Societal.
man is emotional, it's like,
Oh,
Hold on.
we
We'll
talk
get
about.
there.
We'll touch that.
We're touching on that. We get into that. But I want to deal with Queen of the Park here.
QP.
Right? I understand where you're coming from. I sense in your frustration. I understand it. But society is filled with double standards that we have to accept because we be fighting against the tide that will never stop coming. All right? When a woman decides to take on another man, it is usually, provided that she wasn't sexually interfered with, usually because of some emotional lack in her current relationship
Oh, and an attachment that she wants to start with another man.
Usually.
We're talking about regular men here, not the emotional
Not
ones.
the emotional wrecks and not the abusers.
Abused and abusees. No, yeah.
Right? Usually she want to go on this person giving her more than the person she currently with.
Yeah.
Because it's called a simple word, well, there's a big word called hypergamy. Meaning that you're looking for the best possible mate to have your offspring with. Right? It's your monkey brain. Something that we currently fight. Now, when you usually end up in a situation where you might go with a woman might go with another man based on emotion, she is no longer willing to be under question. Before I go forward, when a man and a woman is in a relationship, who do you think is in charge of the relationship?
in charge.
It's going to say
In
50-50.
charge.
I would say 50-50.
Yeah, it's going to say 50-50. Well,
Who you say?
I also got asked this question
Yeah.
like a couple weeks ago.
Who's in
Yeah,
charge?
I think nobody. I think it's a partnership.
Question. Are you in a relationship?
Lady
Miranda?
No.
Oh,
All right.
well,
No.
no.
No? Lady G, who in
She-
charge of the relationship?
50-50.
50-50.
Mm,
Good. All right.
Both trying to make it work, you know?
Understood. Would you say that a relationship requires a leader?
No.
No.
At times.
Yeah.
At times.
Okay, fair
Like,
enough,
like
yeah.
when someone has like more of a, how to word that word? When someone has like more to offer, to bring to the table, in whether it's
Certain
financially
situations.
or they could lead in a more financial manner or whatever the case is.
so who has more money runs the
Not
relationship?
necessarily, no.
I think what
in that
she's trying to
regard.
say. No, I think what she's trying to say is that where I fall short,
Yes.
you picking up the slack, and where you fall short, I picking up the slack. So let's say
Yeah.
one person is financially secure, you might pay more of the bills, but let's say I actually could cook, I might cook the meals or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Household
it's
responsibilities, you know?
it's
Question.
That's why I say it's a partnership. It's
So
like,
if I am financially secure, why can't I just pay a chef?
well, if you want to do that, then you do that.
It's fair.
So is it as equal as you being able to cook and me being financially secure?
But I mean, those two things not really correlating. Like, is whatever. That's why I said it's whatever, wherever it is we falling short, you're helping to pick up the slack because
And
it's a
vice versa.
partnership.
And
Exactly,
vice
it's a partnership.
Right. So that means we have equal say in the relationship.
Yeah, in a healthy relationship, let's put it. Let's do that. In a healthy relationship, yeah, you're supposed to have equal say. It's a compromise. It's a give and take. It's not just one person calling the shots and the other.
I don't know why she watching me and like Blake is like, you better agree to this.
No,
you,
I'm just-
better.
I'm agreeing to what they're saying,
I
but
don't
I'm-
give you the clean fingernail look.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. So name at least to me one society, because you remember a relationship is sort of like a microcosm of society, where a society is led by committee.
By committee.
Yeah, committee meaning that we all have an equal say.
None that I could think of. But what does that have to do with anything?
So a relationship is seen as a microcosm of society. It's an institution. A marriage is an institution, right? And a government is basically the biggest institution over the society. So when who I compassionately refer to as Bobby Head, our current Prime Minister, the Honorable Keith Rowley, comes on national television after he had his meeting with whoever and says, I say, right?
Oh, spot on.
Where
Spot on.
you as a regular citizen could go to our Prime Minister and say, you can't tell me that. I not going to do that. That's the quickest way for police to kick down your door and take you down the road. Understand? So with that being the case, and we saying that a relationship is a microcosm of society, somebody must have a final say in every aspect.
What's the ultimate say? That's
Ultimately.
basically. So it's not I am as a man, here's my girl, or here's my wife or whatever, and I own you and come
It's
here.
not that.
Come here.
It's not that. It's not like I telling you you have to put on this or you have to walk there, you have to do this. It's not
And for-
dogmatic.
From a homie that always tell me to ask this question. They're like, yeah, who's listening to this show?
Right.
Why is it that, and there's going to be, typically, in the act of intimacy, in the act of sex, why is it that a man has to be super dominant, and you know I'm talking about the G, super dominant, that kind of, if it is 50-50,
That's not always the case.
That's
I'm not about to
They are
say.
dominant women.
Yeah.
no, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
No, I
about.
actually don't think I know what you're talking about, you know.
Okay.
So he's too, he's too soft. I can go through all that. I like roughness. That,
Do you like androgynous men?
I actually do.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing. It depends on who you are as a woman. Like, taste is not linear, and each woman is different. Each woman needs. There's a person called Emily Nagoski who wrote this book called Come As You Are, and she describes the female sexuality as is a spectrum. Like, men, it's super easy. Yeah, you all are visual people. You could burst like that. It only takes that. But certain women, they have like emotional accelerators and emotional brakes, is how she described it. So for me, an accelerator might be, okay, I like having conversation with somebody beforehand and that's turn me on. But for somebody else, they might need physical touch. Whereas if you come on to me and you just start touching me, like I would get turned off because I don't want that. Like I want to connect with you first before we connect physically.
like a love
So-
language.
I mean, yes, you could call it a love language, but it's, I mean, I guess yes. But again, it depends on your woman. It depends on what they're attracted to, what it is they like, what it is they need from a relationship. And it works as well in sexuality because, I mean, it works differently. For every woman, it's different. Like, what works for me may not necessarily work for Bogi. Like, I may like somebody, I might like it rough, and Bogi might like it gentle. So somebody who's gentle, for me, would make sense because it's like, oh God, I want you to slap me or I want you to pull my hair or whatever. And somebody being rough with Bogi who wants somebody to caress her and touch her and hold her softly and, you know, be there with her in that level may not be perfect for her. So it depends. Is a spectrum. It doesn't, you can't really predict it. And that's why I would say it's a partnership because it's a conversation constantly happening. That, to me, that's what a relationship is. It's a constantly occurring conversation because you have to grow with this person. You have to know what they like. You have to have the conversation sexually. Like, what do you like? And to me, that is one of the sexiest things a man could do. Like, you asking me what I like, what do I need, and having this conversation openly and honestly. Like, that for me alone is a turn on. You showing interest and you're showing, okay, this, that, and the other, and vice versa. Like, I'm asking you, what do you need from me? And if you love this person, if you want to work with this person, you want things to move forward, the conversation will keep going. And you would, yes, a relationship is compromise, it's given and taken. It's like, okay, I know my boyfriend likes sometimes to come home to a meal. I may be tired, but once in a while I will cook him a meal. And then he would say, okay, I know she don't have time to cook today, so let me cook today. Or I know she likes when I pick up my clothes or when I do a random set of wears or I put a load in the wash or whatever. Like, you think about the person who you're with and you do things just because you want to make them happy. Whatever it is they need or want or desire, you try your best, you know? And it works like that. And wherever I fall in short, like let's say a day I'm real tired and I accustomed to being the one feeding the dogs, and that's the routine now we have going, by real tired today, and you see that, I will feed the dogs. That to me is like, okay, you picking up my slack. And if it is you come home a day and you real tired and you can't make, and it's your turn to wash the wares or whatever, and you can't make, and I see that, I will wash the wares, baby, it's okay. Like, it's a constant conversation happening. You have to know the person who you're with, and you have to, and that's where the respect builds. that's why to me, when somebody cheats, it is baffling. Like, they have to be man or woman. They have to be checked out of that relationship in some way, form, or fashion.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me you love me and you know that you sleeping with somebody else will hurt me and you will sleep with them anyways. That doesn't show love. That doesn't show respect. That doesn't show anything. But you trust in your impulses and what you need more than thinking about me. And if that's the case, if that's what you want to do, then don't put me through that now. Don't put me through that hurt. Don't play with my heart or my emotions.
Understood. So cheating, I would consider cheating to be lying.
Oh, for sure.
Right? If you are in a relationship with somebody who's coming out and says to you, hey, I'm going to have with a woman, and he leaves it to you to make that decision to stay with him or not.
I, personally speaking, I can't handle that. So I'd
You're right. So you'll be able to say, nah, I good.
Keep in mind, I understand the purpose of polygamy. A man with plenty wives. We say 400 years ago, 600 years ago. Like, you know,
I
in
mean, it's now too.
no, because men, okay, that's what I mean. The men not typically push that. Can't sustain all these women.
Yeah.
Majority.
You don't
of
have
the
enough resources to deal with multiple.
I talking about the average. Me, I'm a CPAP. You know, me, I'm a CPAP job. I make, let's see, 14, you carry the 5. You know, like
About a 2800 or a 2800.
2800, you know. I could get a little Jordans and a smokes at the end of the month. But my Jordans is looking fresh though. That's the main important
You
part.
can buy a bag of breeze.
I could buy a breeze, we could wash the clothes. However,
Right.
I could only do that with one person.
Right.
And then, no, but I want this other girl. I can't afford the 3 hour. I can't afford you. No, I definitely can't afford you. That's why you notice I stop with it. Yeah. You call your figure already. I was like, yo, nah. That's my point. So polygamy, to me, doesn't work now because of, unless it's rich men.
Exactly.
And they doing it for the purpose of, and it worked back then for the purpose of, I am spreading my seed with enough eggs in the basket so my lineage don't get cut off. That was the sole purpose. It wasn't about getting a nut. Because I could just get concubines and don't even nut in them.
I mean, I could see that, but I also know people who consider themselves polygamous, and I don't agree with the practice. But because again, nowadays, and I mean, I guess for all time, sexuality is considered to be on a spectrum. So there are people who say, yeah, I could love this person, but I could also love this person. But again, it's a conversation. My friend has been trying to talk to me and tell me about it because I don't fully understand it. But it's
Is
like,
a male or female?
he's a guy.
Okay.
Oh.
But he is very much not a typical guy. He's not a usual human being. And again, he also has his side. So he would say, actually he wouldn't even want me to call him he, would be they. So again, so you have that kind of instance where it's fluid in that way, where you have a conversation again with this person. You say, okay, well, I believe XYZ. If you're okay with that, then we could roll together. But again, you have to have the conversation, and whoever you're bringing on board has to have that conversation. And you have to have the conversation in a triangle, and whoever you add. It has to be.
So we digress a little bit, right?
A lot of it, I feel like.
Because we reached the point number 2.
All right.
Right, where we understood that from a male to female perspective, that it's going to be different. That women going to have this say whether they want it to be a particular way or not. But let's deal with the whole general reality of the situation. Usually, as Tulma was alluding to, there are far fewer men who are able to maintain multiple women. All right? So, off the bat, they're going to have friction, conflict in the relationship, bringing the next woman into what they have with one woman. That's
Maintaining one.
yeah. We went off the cliff there, but we want to get back to the point, right? The point being infidelity. Infidelity comes in many forms, right? Emotional infidelity, sexual infidelity. You would have various different, according to you, spectrums of infidelity. When we talk about male infidelity versus female infidelity, we have to look at the impact on society. And my question to you ladies was, when a man is unfaithful, is it the same as a woman being unfaithful? Is it the same?
Yes, the sex act is the same. Okay, that part.
Yeah, we understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have sex with
Yeah,
somebody
so,
else.
yeah, we get that part.
I
But
think
society.
I definitely do think it's the same though, but because I feel like it affects society
Yeah.
in different ways.
You know I like what she's saying there because that basically says she wants to be monogamous. That's what that tells me.
No, 100%.
Cool,
I
that
can't,
cool.
I
And I
can't do a
can-
polyamorous relationship. As well.
We cool on that
If you want
thing.
to be monogamous, it's fine. Yeah, that's
Monogamy
commendable.
cool, commendable. What the discrepancy occurs is I don't think you understand the long-term effect on it.
On what? Like on
The
infidelity?
woman
between a
cheating
woman?
versus the man cheating. I don't 97. That's all I was
Okay,
saying.
so then what is your perception of the effect? Which one is worse? Which one do you consider
Oh,
worse and
it's-
why?
From the society's perspective, it's definitely worse for a woman to cheat. Definitely.
But why?
I'll tell you why.
Say it anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lied on the wrong side. You're going to get kicked off that pedestal.
It's definitely worse due to the fact that we're going to start breaking down the long-term effects of infidelity. So we already admitted that women stepping out of the relationship is because they don't want nothing to do with this relationship anymore. But generally. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, we are dealing with the general. We can't deal with the anomalies yet.
You're battling. Stay on the boat.
Right? So generally speaking, when they step out, it's because they're done with this man. They're looking to break up eventually.
Right.
It's just a means to end. She just biding time until he do something or the other that will make her break it to him. Hey, you know I'm an next man. I don't really want you,
I just waiting for the branch to snap so I could just swing on the next vine.
Basically, hypergamy. Our monkey brains cannot have a conversation to stop our actions. There are certain things that you cannot prevent from happening. You've been to places. There are people you didn't expect to start liking. Something or the other that they did, and you're like, oh, you actually catch my attention. You didn't know that was going to happen at that point in time. What I'm saying to you is that I went off on a tangent. Let's go back here again. When a woman steps out, she doesn't want anything to do with this man, particularly anymore. Something that he can't provide, but Alfonso provided. So I'll look to Alfonso for him to fill my needs. Mm-hmm. Right. Moving on to that. So we're moving a step further. When let's say she has children with
Two man.
But
she with
already. And
has one
she
child.
decides to do the hypergamy, act of hypergamy.
She wants to upgrade to.
Chances are this person that she's going to go with, if he's a man who is self-respecting, a go-getter, a masculine man, he would not want to take care of two man's children. Basically. Number two, a woman seeing that will already have a protective umbrella over these children. Meaning that, hey, I know you might want to take care of these children, so you know what? This is mine. Don't worry about me and mine. Just take care of me.
So in my house, in his house, my kids there, where he can
You can't
govern
really discipline
my
them.
kids.
So why are you still there is my question.
Thank you very much.
What I'm
If it's
saying.
bothering you so much, then leave.
Right.
Excuse
But then that is going to create the single mother epidemic.
Right, but then you could also argue that a man, because I feel like I have more instances of men going with multiple women and having women, and I think it's sad to say, but I see it in my family.
Okay.
So and then a lot of families within, let's say St. James, because I grew up in.
Don't call no receipts.
No, I can't. But the funny thing is, I actually can.
Okay.
Where it is more, I
Pass
see,
up
I
Pass
have
up
very
on the
few instances of women. Like, of course, there are instances out there, but it's mainly the men moving from
Woman to
woman. Like, how many
this is
men
my
do you
question.
know? Like, not even in my generation, in the generation before that, in the
Yeah.
generation before that,
Yeah.
these men have like families.
So
And,
this is my question.
like, I have like aunts with one father is
I have two,
with like 12 kids with one father and 2 kids with an ex-father.
I have two uncles with
Like,
I
it's
have two
like-
uncles with the same name.
or whatever it is. But that's the
Right.
thing, like you see it mainly with men.
Good. But my question is, who controls access to sex? Men or
Controls
women?
access.
Yeah. Who's give access to sex?
Well,
Both of them.
No.
It's supposed to be both of.
Come on.
Because if
Come
I'm
on.
not uninterested and you're coming on to me, I
Yeah,
can
you're
hit
not
you a
going to give
little
me
shut
sex.
down.
Yeah, so
But
you.
if you interested and I say it's money, it's just like,
Well, right, exactly. So that's why I'm saying it's a both.
Exactly.
No.
No, yeah.
No.
She's lived in
That's
she's
what
lived
I
before the
said last.
90s.
That's
She
the
gets
last
to
time I
ask you.
said. That's what I said too. You know.
No, but ultimately, women control who have sex with them
Because why?
because you have the vagina.
You are the vagina
Because
already is-
men want everything.
What?
Not just that.
Typically.
Let's not cast any blame here. We're just talking
You
about
jump on wild there, boy, Packy.
who has the control or who controls the access to sex. If you don't like a man, you could say, nah, you ain't getting anybody. Forget it.
And you can do whatever you want.
It's your decision at the end of the
You
day. Unless
why
this
not
man is-
dine him, finesse the hell out of him.
I was
Unless he's a
informed-
rapist.
I was informed that women fuck typically who they want,
Yes.
while men fuck who,
Who they
they
could
can.
get.
Thank you.
Right. So that would
We can agree on this.
Can
We
we
talking
agree?
about we're not talking about the gender spectrum. None. We talking about strict.
Women are
Male,
in
female.
charge of the access to sex.
Right.
A man will get lucky, and that's why it's called it getting lucky.
Yeah.
Because I have a documentary, remember I was telling you about, and the guy literally was trying to figure out how much you could get in the contracts. He was going around, excuse me, man, would you like to have sex with me? Excuse me, man, would you like to have sex with me? Excuse me, man, would you get 1 out of 100?
Basically.
If she went around, excuse me, Sue, would you like to have sex with me?
Yes.
Yeah. That says a lot about
Why?
No,
What
but-
that says a lot
No,
about
have you
men.
asked yourself why?
No,
but that says a lot
but
about men, though.
we lose any
That's
point.
what I
Yeah, but
said.
we lose any point. Ultimately, you have the say, the last say when it comes to a penis entering your vagina.
Sure.
Unless
But-
it is
But
print.
there are men that would be like, no, don't.
Yeah, but we lose any point again. Generally, who has access,
Okay,
who
so
controls
generally
access
speaking,
to
if you
sex.
want to speak generally,
We
okay,
talking
fine,
generally?
men.
We talking generally.
Right. So women,
Statistically.
of course,
Okay.
that's what we got to deal with.
Whatever word you want to
Whatever
use,
you want to deal with, it's fine.
Statistically.
right?
it's the case.
So statistically, women control the access to sex. Right? I'm going to ask our next question. Who controls the maintenance of our relationship? Men or women?
It's supposed to be both.
No, but
It can't be.
that's supposed to be. What is it
What is
now?
it? Who is the one responsible for maintaining a relationship?
It's typically the woman.
Is it?
I feel so. Because
Okay, so
You've been in really good relationships, I must say. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's
no,
not like-
I've been privileged enough to, yes, to be, because
No,
I
well,
choose my
wait.
partners properly.
it's not
James
like
way.
you've been the breadwinner in all your relationships. already.
No.
you've been with.
Again, I've done
have.
this 50-50 thing.
We get
Where
into that
it's
50-50 thing. Huh? Every time I say it, we walk a step closer to the 50-50. But right now, generally speaking, who controls the maintenance of our relationship?
It had to be the woman. Men doesn't really do any kind of maintenance. I'm literally trying to think of like one man in my
I
life
wish
do I
a man
know
would.
does maintenance.
Wait,
and I have like a very
Wow.
few examples.
I wish a man would.
What is your definition of maintenance?
Okay, we in 2023, ladies and gentlemen, and what is going on now is we've officially lost this masculine thing.
Yeah,
It's
after
gone.
my was there. So feminism has one.
What is your
feminism has-
definition of that?
Okay,
Maintenance. What is that?
Yeah, what is
provision
that?
and protection. Generally,
I realize you're not talking any mic now. I must correct.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but good
How
stuff.
is that maintaining a relationship?
provision and
After
protection.
each one, I would like you to tell me how that is maintaining a relationship.
If I don't provide for the relationship, you are not willing to take care of me until the day you die. That's what.
Yeah, but vice versa. Let me
Yes.
reverse the question. If you have a girl, she just sits down on her ass all day.
We don't
She
care.
refused to cook. She refused to
We would
clean.
stay.
We
She
would
not
stay.
sucking your dick.
Not
She-
necessarily.
we would stay.
Wait, now.
We
The
would
next
stay.
step is always jumping to suck dick too.
No, but she's
We
just
would stay.
she's basically just there to look pretty
We would
and
stay.
a
You know,
place
you
for
know, you know how much men in that situation,
And
top there?
not the-
And those
Trophy
girls
wives.
no, not even trophy wives. We talking about these prostitutes, like actual prostitutes.
Men
They
Then
mind
I
them
had to
proceeds.
say that that's your fault because
Okay.
you can't blame a
'Cause
woman. You
no-
cannot blame a woman for
You see the same
wanting
with
somebody
Mabazi. Because
to,
no, so see it
put
with
in
my-
effort.
See it with my Mabazi. Because
No
no
one.
one cares.
Nobody cares about these men. Listen, we understand.
Nobody cares about men like that anyway.
Right? Boo hoo for you. You
Because
decide to stay with that person.
you now tell me y'all don't really y'all don't care. Y'all don't care if the woman sloppy and don't put on polish. You don't care if she don't do nothing.
Let me get back to something that we need to.
Regardless if she get fat, if she
Because we don't
decide
have
not to treat her
access
gray hair.
to the
We
sex
don't
that
have
we
access
want.
to sex. We get lucky.
So then why do y'all just
Settle.
yeah?
So that's
Why don't? Yeah, that is settling in a
Yes,
sense. Settling is
basically.
getting through with the one girl. I'm lucky to get the 10. What next 10?
Oh boy, I caramba.
So then why? So why do men cheat? Like why y'all going for
Because
these
I-
random ass?
I can
girls?
answer that question.
Thank you.
Because
Another five.
there is a general misunderstanding or
5 is
misconception.
better.
There's a general misconception that men have it easier than women in the sexual marketplace.
It's not that you'll have it easier, but just because you can doesn't mean that you should.
Exactly.
Listen.
Just because you
I
get
think
the
we
opportunity.
conflating. I think we conflating the issue.
All right. How much men message you on a daily?
I was
One, two-
now about to get to that point.
Oh,
you
how
know.
much, no.
Yeah, no.
How much men message you on a daily?
Too
None.
Too
Many.
much for me to.
How much
Many.
men do you think message?
How much women has
I-
messaged me and I'm a virgin on a daily basis?
On a daily.
But the reason why you're
When
not
I-
getting women messaging you is because of men like the ones that messaging us.
Yeah.
Because it's like that is why you'll get the phrase. That's why you
What?
get the
What?
phrase.
Just now.
Say that again.
Wait.
Slow.
That
Slow.
is why. Okay.
Yeah.
Primary school education.
You've
now we
heard,
can
you
read.
heard the phrase all men, and then people say not all men. But to me, it's not all men is shit, dog. Men or like men is shit is too many men. Shit. There's too many times I walk down the road and feel uncomfortable because a man
Yeah.
catcalling me.
Absolutely.
So now
Okay.
every
Back to this
But
point.
any most
no, but
vulgar
listen,
way.
it's
Listen.
true. And another thing too, like
Listen.
I have been catcalled in a school uniform, and when I was in standard 2, that was my first instance of a bad.
Standard two.
Only-
Form 2. Sorry. No, I lie. Actually, I was in standard. I was probably.
That's joking.
Okay, so I can't call it school.
Don't call
I
it
went to a
school.
school where the upper level uniform was the same as the secondary school to the school.
Okay.
So they
I know
wore
what
the
school it is.
same uniform. And in standard 5, I had on this uniform. And I'm walking KFC St. James, and a man is catcalling me. And I have seen what I look like in standard 5. I've seen what I look like in standard 1. Up in standard 2, I look like a child. Like I was like
We
skinny.
need receipts
So why
for the Patreon.
for the
Yep.
Patreon?
Don't worry, we'll get to that point. Patreon coming up just now, right?
We need
So
receipts
you're
for the
saying
Patreon.
that
Nah.
So it's like too many men. It's for majority of my life, I walked down the streets and I've been catcalled. Too many men, as in too many men messaging you and sending
Trusty,
unsolicited
trusty.
unsolicited dick pictures. When I say
Ladies.
too many men, I mean too many men coming to you and they saying, "All right, I want something with you," and then doing all that they
It'll be
had
a
to
long
do.
episode.
this is going to be a long
Sorry.
episode, ladies.
Sorry,
Because
sorry.
we already reached point number 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
that first,
Whatever.
I don't know what she was team the first time or something.
Yeah, she outside tonight. All right.
Hey,
All right.
Shaitan is out tonight, guys.
We must defeat the forces of Shaitan. All right. So let me go along this road again. All right. So we went down to the man and shit, whatever. We get into the point of the 50-50 relationship just now. Right. But before we go there, before we get to that point, what we need to understand is that women have the access to sex, men have basically the responsibility of maintaining a relationship. Traditionally is where we're coming from. Traditionally, the man is the head of the household, the one providing, protecting the family. The woman is the one who is giving
Support. Who supports?
the, she's a help meet.
And the reason it was that way, before everybody started going to this new wave BS,
Feminism.
was because I am more dominant than you.
not
Just typically.
not just
And
not
I
just.
mean, so he runs in the house. I don't care if he can win in that fight. I will fight to the end for you. You know, because I to your own admittance. If any kind of fight happen, I gone it.
Because I know I can't fight.
Right.
Somebody else
No, but you
may
would-
be able to
you
fight.
You know what I just said? Regardless if I know he could win
He's
that.
expected to stand in the gap so that you and the children could flee to safety.
Flee on
Right,
those, on
that's fair
every
enough.
circumstance. I don't care if he identifies as she, they, them, it, whatever.
Yeah, that's
The
his
male,
that's his expectation. Your
was the
expectation.
word biological male in basically all cultures except for these
23.
2023 cultures now. The man was supposed to be doing that. Somehow
Somehow
It
I
shift.
believe, but the world got easier, so there's not really
Technology
an
came
occurrence of all that wildness taking place now. But at the end of the day, biology remains biology. Our monkey brains remain our monkey brains.
nature will always be like that.
So with that being said, when we look at traditionally, where, because you want a traditional relationship, you want a husband you can look up to, do you?
What do you mean look up to?
Oh God.
So
When
when
you
you
say you-
subdivide the point again. All right, so we're going to subdivide the
She
point.
playing,
again.
you're playing real hard
Yeah,
today.
you come, don't worry.
Because
we-
these are like touchy subjects where
Of
it's like
course.
multifaceted responses that I can give. There's so many different versions.
Boy. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so let me try and break it down here. Right?
She has a master's. I sense it.
We going back to the
She has a
word.
master's.
We going back to the word
Literature.
of hypergamy, right? You know what hypergamy? I'll explain to you what it means. It means that woman is looking for a mate who is higher on the hierarchy of males than the ones that she could look around and see. All right, she's looking for a better male than her, somebody that who could actually create a better life for her.
So the biological response of for
Alpha,
life.
Yeah.
beta.
Regardless of, oh God, don't do that. Regardless of how type,
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
other personality, blah, 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 blah. Physiologically speaking, you're trying to get the best outcome for your seed. For his seed, or you understand what I'm saying?
Your seed.
Well, humanity seed. But
Well, your
offspring. For
Yeah,
the
yeah.
progenation of, which is why, although the age, what's called it, life expectancy increase with technology increase, blah, blah, medical, whatever. Back in the day, it would have been the best man
Yeah.
with the best chick, and then they get the best warrior out there, which is why slavery works so well for Lady G over here in terms of
boy.
genetics, because
All right, brother.
you know what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
Okay, what I'm saying is dominance.
Pause.
We're talking about dominance in terms of physically dominant.
All right, okay.
The more, what I'm saying is
You're right,
physically dominant. No, let's go.
Yeah.
2 more seconds. What I'm saying is, because they was taking the best male to breed with the best female, all it was the worst atrocious shit, whatever. It worked out for
For a race of people.
a race of people because they will end up being more physically dominant. Now, if they get the mental dominance, which they have, everything will come back in normal and everything could be back in order. But
Yeah.
it's because of that circumstance where the best male was with the best female. So in your monkey brains, you're looking for the best male. In society, the person with the most status, person probably with the most resources, person with...
You just alluded to a friend of yours who is not the average man. In
Is he
in-
poor? Is he from the ghetto?
No, he's not actually.
Right. So in your estimation, he is better than the average man.
I wouldn't say better. He's a different. He's different. Like he's definitely
Different in what way? Better or worse way?
He's just different. So like I told you, I think he's bi. So he
All right,
he
now
doesn't
we're familiar.
subscribe to those kind of
Labels?
yeah. He doesn't subscribe to labels and stuff like that.
Here's the...
But he is different.
With him...
and he actually listens.
With him, I think it really does benefit him because, like, I had to ask what kind of situation that he grew up in. A privileged situation, right? Or he grew up in poverty.
He definitely didn't grow up in poverty.
He grew up
From
up-
what I've heard him talk of his parents, like seems to have had like really good examples growing up.
So you would have had resources, proper thing, exaggerate,
Yeah.
which the typical...
The typical man don't really
wouldn't
have
have.
the access to.
So
But
most
if
people,
you're speaking in generals, you had to assume that that they come from a relatively good home.
All right, but what I'm saying is, right, what makes him stand out is something that you consider to be attributes that the regular general population don't have.
you would want your progeny to have. Pick up you, whoever
When you
he is.
mind your progeny being of that ilk,
No, I wouldn't.
he wouldn't mind. Which means that in itself would make a man who come from a mediocre background,
Or a less progressive mindset.
mindset, be less attractive to you.
Well, yeah, because
Alright.
I mean, yeah, if your my mindset not aligning with mine, regardless, like
Correct.
it don't make sense.
So that means this man, by every estimation of it, in your eyesight, is a better, air quotes, a better man. For the person you are.
More
For the
better,
first-
better person.
He's a friend, like I'm not saying like that is anything like that. So is
You're confusing me.
how am I?
you're
You're
confused.
confusing yourself because I said he was I did say he was a
Oh,
friend.
okay, well, we're talking about a mate for you specifically.
Yeah, we
For
don't.
me,
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want our meat.
specifically, a mate.
That's what
Yeah.
we're talking
I
about.
mean,
I mean,
that's
this is what the point
What
is.
as in what attributes I would like in a mate.
Yes.
That's what.
But I
Are we-
didn't go through this last time.
No.
I mean, what's the attributes you're looking for? Is it androgyny? Is it masculine men? Is it
That is a real hard question to ask me because I'm not. Yes, physically, I'm attracted. I would be drawn into somebody, but I don't find myself attracted fully to somebody until I've had a conversation with them and like get
Vibe.
a
vibe.
yeah. I feel their vibe and I feel their energy and we
I feel that.
speak.
It's a vibe. It's
Yeah,
a vibe. It's a
I
vibe
think
with
it
them.
is. So I think it's called sapiosexuality,
Yes.
where it is you are attracted to
To their
someone's
mindset.
intelligence or the way their mind works.
This is the greatest episode ever.
ladies? I really I like it. I like the fact that you come out swinging. Left, right.
How much you pay? How much you pay? Because we got an Where this coming from?
But listen,
Where's this
listen,
coming
listen,
from?
listen.
But it's back you into a corner when I'm not here.
No. She's the sniper
No,
anyway.
she's trying to play smart.
Yeah.
I like
she
that.
just egging on your own. You
Like,
know?
no, yeah, and then when no Lego, she's like, smoke these.
Yeah.
Like,
Right? But listen. When we really talking about it from general point of view, right? Not necessarily Queen of the Pack want this particular man. What we're saying is that traditional values somehow in 2023 have been, I don't know, excised from the whole situation.
Exercised.
Excised. Cut.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Right?
Primary school.
So, yeah. So, when I really blame feminism, I apologize, but I do apologize. Shit, that I really blame feminism for confusing women.
I like the fact that all they have the privilege. For feminism give all the
Yeah.
privilege
To speak a certain way.
To have this like
Right?
such a less progressive,
Because if you
right
look
wing conservative you are.
if you look at a relationship, right, and you look at what a man is versus what a woman is, there's no possible way that this could be 50-50. This is you being your feminine, divine self, and a man being his masculine self. There's no two wavelengths that can match up because it's all about the opposites making this whole thing happen. Men and women need each other.
We can agree. We could agree on that one.
Can we agree on that?
I mean, it depends. If you're talking about the traditional relationship,
Yeah, traditional.
Because I mean, there are different types of relationships. You have a man, a man, a woman, and a woman, a man, and a woman.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about what.
you're
and
what?
I'm not
I'm a
talking.
pansexual.
That's what the one with the bread.
What that is?
Yeah, sure.
What? No, but what does pansexual mean?
It
Like pan
just
is bread in
means that
Spanish.
I am attracted
to
to
whatever.
someone's vibe
Okay.
and like interactions with them. It doesn't matter, whatever gender
How they
or
look.
Do you
whatever
do
they
you
identify.
intend to have children with this person, or
Well,
is it that you will be
individual.
having multiple
Well, sure.
multiple people?
I would like to hope so, but it depends on if
So
I can.
do pansexuals really
Reproduce.
consider monogamy as something to be? I don't know. Asking.
Yeah,
Yeah?
So it could be
So if
monogamous or polyamorous.
is anyway.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's a spectrum, huh?
Yeah, but I'm monogamous. Though.
But you're pansexual.
Yes. Pansexual is just attracted to male, female, trans, anything. It doesn't really have like a specific.
I'm making half face for G. This is news to you. Yeah. We know.
It
we
doesn't
from
have
the-
a specific.
We grew up in the
I
90s.
am
This-
pansexual and also sapiosexual. So it's
So-
like a
So once a person is intelligent,
and
It's
a
a vibe.
vibe, and like it's an energy exchange.
I've
more
excluded.
so than
I've been excluded. My
a
primary
gender.
school
So-
education has not afforded me the
Yeah.
access to this.
Should I read
vagina.
a book when they went to pub dog at
No,
least?
no, it had no books available, but it was hose, like the one with the whackers and stuff. It had a lot of hose and like whackers and stuff.
All right. So what I'm trying to say to you ladies, is that we still have our genetics, our monkey brains,
Sure.
our primal energies. Okay? That there's a reason why you look the way you look. There's a reason why you song the way you song. There's a reason why you have the organs that you have. All right? The sexual organs that you have. There's a reason. I'm not saying that it is exactly what. There's not a dogmatic me coming down and say it have to be this way or it have to be that way, because everybody at the end of the day have a say. Right? That's your volition. Everybody has volition. Yeah. What I was saying up to really come to the conclusion is that when you say 50-50, it means that we are the same. We bring in the same things to the table.
No.
It's yin and yang, sun and moon. It's
All right.
opposites.
Yeah.
Good. So,
That mesh.
so you want to go down to Taoism.
I
All right?
mean,
Yeah, the yin and the yang. So in the yin and the yang, for us to be a perfect unit, I have to be who I am and you have to be who you are.
Right.
Right. With us being that, we must identify where our roles have a specific line, a boundary.
Right.
Meaning that we will not be doing the same thing.
We will not be doing the same thing.
Never
Because it's
said
yin and
that.
yang.
But I never said that it was you were doing the same things. Is whatever we fall short in.
Yeah,
pick
you
up
bring to
and
the
where-
table.
And what exactly we all bring in? We both
Bring in something.
something different to the table, and we are forming
A dinner.
a symbiosis.
And with mammals, is usually for the offspring to have a better chance of survival.
Correct.
So we could agree with mammals.
Yeah.
We are all mammals, right?
With all species of animals, I feel like that's
Not
a thing.
reptiles.
Reptiles will kill them offspring.
Yeah. Yeah. Some reptiles already care.
Yeah. Offspring.
Seahorses, females don't really
Snakes
care.
as they when young.
But-
stuff. Yeah.
Where we get in at is that, yes, you say, you be who you are, I be who I am, and then we match. But in mammalian evolution, so to speak, we have not been evolved the way. Basically, I don't want to disrespect your beliefs, because this is really a conversation to kind of enlighten everybody as to what exists. When you are alluding to when you talk about St. James and the men being promiscuous and this and that and whatever, women being the ones responsible for emitting culture onto their offspring will never say the whole story, because there's always three sides to a story. My side, your side, the truth. All right? So the anecdotal evidence that you have of these no good for nothing men who just jumping from house to house, having sex with this one and that one and the other, making children, where you're not admitting or respecting the fact that these women were complicit in the whole sexual activity. And in terms of bringing children with these deadbeats, these St. James pookies, is kind of not holding the woman accountable as well in the whole situation.
I mean, I'm not saying not to hold anybody accountable, but that's why I said that.
So if you're saying men is shit, you have to say these women is shit pickers.
I
No,
mean,
but it's
a lot of times it's manipulation can happen as well, though.
no, but it's true. That's what I'm saying. It's you can't. I don't. think
Respectful
speak
manipulation.
on it
Understand.
on a general basis because it depends. It's
Yeah.
a case by case situation.
It's not linear.
Yeah.
Was this manipulation?
And I'm
you
not
talk
saying,
about?
and I'm also not saying that the women or poor women, they were manipulated and men are terrible.
That's what she said.
No,
It's only like
both
that
of
to
you
me.
all,
No.
both of you all have a part to play. This is a shitty woman, that's a shitty man. You cheat on your wife and fuck this girl. She cheats on her man and fuck you, and now there's a whole mess.
Okay, so I want to introduce you to a concept called sneak breeding. Right? You want to put it up big up? Give them a scientific
Is
con-
it- yeah.
right? Sneak breeders or sneak mating. This is a real mammalian occurrence. All right? So we'll give you we get a little education on this, right? So listeners, we want to know that there's a thing called sneak mating. All right? Get them
In
a-
nature,
In nature, yeah.
Practiced by animals that don't defend territory, vocalize or display themselves to the females. To the females, it is often used by subordinate males. Sneak mating has a low success rate. However, it is frequently the only reproductive strategy available to smaller males. So the maxi conductors, the men who would suit what form you was in?
Standard 5?
I was in Standard 5.
Right.
Standard 5.
Yeah.
Reds, because my chances to get with Miss 401k here.
Yeah.
Done. So
The
you know
US
what?
the US dollar.
I could buy a pack of lollipops or whatever little
A
gills,
box of KFC.
A box of KFC, and
Disgusting.
it is.
though.
But
Shame.
Did I not just read?
it's a shameful
Yeah.
thing.
It's not but it's a thing.
Yeah,
All right.
it exists.
And this is a mammalian thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
So apes, you would see, I can't beat the alpha ape, but okay, when all of them start flaying the buttocks, or you know, really flay buttocks, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak by the tree,
And call the female and say, come. Look, have a little apple for you.
Apple, do some bit shit, and then bang, I end up having
Simp.
be able to progenate my seed,
Your seed.
and my survival, my lineage being survived due to that act.
Which brings me...
Crap, I was talking too intellectual.
Yeah, which brings me to the point of there is something called statistically the Pareto distribution of sex, meaning that the top 20% of men have access to 80% of women. Yeah, you can pull it up the Pareto distribution of sex, right? Whereby leaving the bottom 80% of men to fight up for,
The 20% of women.
right? And this is the 80% of men that regular women will see on a daily basis. The men who is shit,
Right.
basically.
The men with the Shagalos thing was a genius because Genghis Khan do something similar, which is why we have a lot of light-skinned Chinese in
Correct.
terms of
the Mongolian bloodline.
yeah.
So the Pareto distribution dictates that these top 20% of men will attract majority. We spoke about this with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Somewhere. The majority of women will not mind competing for these men. All right? Whereby the majority of men don't have access to the top tier women. So what they do is the sneak mating strategy. They do a lot of manipulation, a lot of lying, a lot of cheating, a lot of I get however I get.
Right.
Right? But that is a reality for mammals. Meaning there is just enough of the good men to go around. Whereby you would see they have certain men who would be able to have multiple women in a polygamous relationship with no worries. No issues.
Hakuna Matata.
Everything fine. Everybody sharing each other. We good to go. Everything set. And then a man come with the one little woman working wasa, and then he have a little side hustle. He's drive the truck on the weekend and thing, and he decide to go out a weekend with Susan. And
She wants $200
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
date that he can't afford
he can't afford
because he
you
just
know?
bought his G's and his pack of cigarettes. Is that what it is?
So the woman he home with realizing, hey, something changing with this man. How come you don't have the money to buy the bread in the morning again? But usually it's just $20 extra. And she's starting to realize that she's competing with another woman for a lower level man. And that is where the whole analogy of he's a cheater, he ain't no good, he's lie, does come out from. The Pareto, the sexual ratio, the sex ratio between men and women. So there are way less, I hate to use this word, but valuable men than there are attractive women. And that is what causes our society to go into the spiral. Now, with the advent of social media and everybody having a say, every man feel he could get a 10 out of 10 girl, which is not the case. It's far from.
So now,
And every
yeah,
girl
10 out of 10.
and every woman
Cheater.
feels,
Oh, 10 out of 10.
stop it,
Stop that.
stop it.
Everybody's
Balling
not.
everybody.
Everybody's not. Everybody can't be a 10 out of 10. Then
I
there will be no
know
10s.
some linebacker females who you're what?
You're speaking about like physicality.
Yes, that's what men speak about. Men are visual, women are very cerebral, and they go with what?
Visual too, like obviously you cannot deny that somebody
so that-
somebody looks
so that means-
attractive to
that
them,
means
right?
somebody-
Initially
Not all the
speaking.
time.
So that means somebody,
Exactly.
somebody is unattractive to you then, physically.
There will be unattractive.
So that means he's not a 10 or she.
He may not be a 10 in my eyes, and this is what I'm coming back to. It depends on
Beauty's in the eye
person.
of the beholder.
Not even just that, but it like that's why I'm saying Bogi could be attracted to you.
be like-
You're just not doing it to me.
Understood. But I'm sure there's one man that totally could agree, yeah, boy, he could get.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But right. And that's the Pareto distribution. So
You be the 20%.
the man who Bogi attracted to, you'll be like, yeah, she good with a man, but like you see that same man doing Bogi a little dirty behind her back now. You'll be like, girl, I don't know why you with that man.
But then you would still try to sneak him.
Because I see him with so the other day. He ain't even that attractive, so why you taking that for? You know?
I mean,
Fact,
accurate.
Yeah.
Right. So understand that for men, the playing field is double standards and we had to accept.
But I feel like while you're fucking not up on your own too a little bit there too. Like I feel like you all are your own worst enemies.
No,
in
trust me.
situations.
Man, you don't find it. Who have it easier?
Between men and women.
Yeah.
In terms of what?
in terms of attracting a mate or getting a mate?
Men.
All right, cool.
Because that's why
I love your pansexual ideals.
No, but
Yeah.
I-
It sounds really
Yeah.
lovely.
I'm not
On paper?
pansexual and I concur.
on paper, what I was saying sounds
I
ideal.
feel like
sounds
no,
lovely.
because you look at the quality of girl,
are they-
and
are
then
they
and
fem-
then
are
it's
they-
like
are
look
they
at the quality
female
of
incels?
guys.
that?
Like,
Are there female incels?
Involuntary celibates
female incels. No, because we are not
have
egotistical.
access. You control the
You
access.
control. I
to
don't care
sex.
how non-10 this girl is. She could still bag somebody.
I see
Yeah,
it.
but I've seen somebody who's not conventionally attractive, like be with some pretty.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
for sure.
Woman.
We've seen that time and time again.
Yeah, because he
Exactly.
probably has some resource, or he probably
Exactly.
it's
Maybe
probably
he has a
an ugly man with a
result,
big
maybe
dick.
he has a- maybe
Listen,
he's just
listen,
really
let me
nice,
tell you. Let me
you
break it
know?
down. Let me break it down.
He's
probably
funny.
Let me break it down.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Let's
not
break
gonna.
it
Okay, no,
down.
but for real,
So what you watching
real.
me for? Like,
If the guy is funny, like you're attract. For me personally speaking, like if you're funny and you can make me laugh, your attractiveness meter goes up.
Okay.
Because it's like, okay.
All right, cool.
Like,
I don't believe that sense of humor be as girls telling me for the
Listen,
that is
listen.
real
I-
bullshit.
no,
Listen, no.
no,
Let me
I-
tell you. All right, cool.
Like somebody like Seth Rogen. Would you consider?
I don't know.
I love
I would never know.
Seth
I would
Rogen is,
smash Seth
or like
Rogen.
or like Jason Segel.
Who's that?
like,
Or like
have you
Jonah
ever
Hill.
seen Jonah Hill?
I mean, they're funny.
Take
but
it a little farther.
I realize this is white boys they call it. Nah? It's all about
Seth Rogen
Oh,
is Jewish.
Kevin.
I love Seth Rogen.
Kevin.
Okay.
What about Kevin?
Okay. Is it because that this
It's
person has
he is.
come on. Kevin Hart come down in Trinidad and Tobago and says region out of all the girls. Out of all the girls, I want to go out with you tonight. And we going in whatever show you doing in Hazy Crawford Stadium and you going to be his female guest. Would you say no?
I mean, it's an
You?
opportunity, but like I don't say it like that. But I'll come with you, you know.
You know why you're going to go with him?
Because he's Kevin Hart.
Because of social proof.
Gid, I don't give a fuck who you is. If I'm not attracted
Same.
to you, like and I'm not personally speaking, like I may be an outlier or whatever, but I would go on if it is Kevin Hart come and it's like you want to be my plus one to this thing. I'd be like, I'm not into it like
He's
that,
not going to come.
Kevin.
He's not going to come and be the plus one. You ask him.
He
What's
asking
gonna
me or
happen?
I asking him.
I mean,
No. You might even ask.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care
I
what
love
Kevin
this
Hart doing
new
for me,
generation.
though.
I swear. 'Cause
I'm an
I do-
asshole though. That's the difference.
I don't believe a word coming out of
I
your
don't
mouth,
believe
but it
it.
sounds
Nah, I am.
really lovely. It
find
sounds
it
like
hard.
That
to believe it.
what is the question? What's the full question here? Kevin Hart is like
All right. We're going like Kevin Hart because he's probably, again.
because he's not the ideal what
Yeah.
people want
Look,
women.
But let me just get back to the whole point of
Perspective though.
yeah. So perspective wise, generally speaking, a man who not saying anything in anybody else's eyes is not going to be attractive to the.
He's gonna be
regular
weeded out of
Yeah.
the gene pool.
He'll be like, okay,
Because
these guys
if
is
it-
visible. You just said there are too many men who's come at you.
Wait now. Oh, by the way, because that's what we doing. Could you we could get like a screenshot of the taste. We trying to
Yeah,
do the,
sure,
the
but
tasty
I
message.
block out the
Yeah,
names.
Yeah,
It's called
block the name for
we
sure.
trying to do the tastiest message for the week. Who
Oh my
won
gosh.
and sponsored
Was
by?
your
I think
tastiest
I might-
message?
Bruh.
Was your tastiest message? Was
Bruh.
your
Bam.
tastiest message?
no.
In my
That's
request
Ralph's
is be
thing.
wild.
Block him off though.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I don't want to see the name. I don't
We
want to
don't
see the
need
name.
names. We just want to see in reality what men does be saying to these ladies.
No, the most.
All right, which is
I
why
don't
we
get.
give receipts.
Honestly, I don't get it too bad. I really don't get it too bad.
I'll hold the ship cap.
In my
Private.
no, it's not anymore. But if it is, if I did this NGL thing, that is when
Was
I
was
get.
NGL?
Is a
anonymous question thing.
app.
They could ask you anything or say anything.
You know what is? You know what is G? She's why we will buy.
It's an app.
It's an app
Oh, there's an
that's
app.
and you basically
Don't go on that. Don't
you
see on
post
that
the
thing.
link on Instagram or wherever, I guess, and they go and they ask you a question, you reply to it.
Anonymously.
And you can reply to it.
So
So most
that's-
people
that-
tend to reply to them on their stories.
That's-
And they're usually the thirstiest there.
Yeah, because they
Because
know.
This one, because already when we get when sponsors and then come in, that's what we the first trap of the week. Well, not well. I don't know what your IGs look like. Or, yeah, the thirstiest message of the you got I'm seriously. The thirstiest message of the week will be brought to you by Animal.
Raw dog, TT.
Yeah, good. If you wanna like legit, if you wanna make sure the bitches and things fed.
All
raw
right,
dog.
so-
Oh, cool.
Or they find all their dog shit too big. Or they find this is a situation where the dog teeth getting brown. You don't eat any dog food when they come. There's a lot of different things that go into nutrition of a canine. are trying to go into the point of feeding a holistic, organic meal to your animals so that they can be better animals for you and themselves.
Because that processed food ain't good, is it?
Processed food is shit.
It is real shit.
So instead of feeding the generic factory-made lies to your dogs,
Unloving food.
try raw dog TT.
Raw dog.
Visit it on Instagram and make a subscription. You'll trust me. Thank your dog and thank yourself for being a better animal.
The shits will be smaller and
All right,
less
cool.
frequent.
So that was the little plug.
Yeah, so let's go
Moving
to
right
this.
along.
Let's go to this Thursday message.
I have not finished
Oh.
with Queen of the Pack.
Oh, what?
Because no.
Yeah,
We have to get to the bottom of certain things here, though.
One thing I always say, battling.
Nah,
Battle axe,
you're
man.
battling tonight, and I like that. I like the fact that you come out.
The
You come out.
swords.
This is what you're here
This
for.
what you're here for.
Wow.
Hee-haw.
All right, good, excellent. So this is where we really need to come to some sort of agreement because, as you said, yin and yang, right? We need each other. We, regardless if it's pan, regardless if it's bi, regardless if it's mono,
Rose. Because
it don't matter.
Yeah.
We need each other. Standing on an island by yourself and calling the other side shit. Hey, what's that? 3 seats? Oh,
No.
all right. Yeah.
She not going to shoot.
Raw dog TT. There. Standing on the other side and standing on one side and calling the other side shit is not going to help the situation go in a better position. All right. So, getting back to the point of weakness in men is equivalent to promiscuity in women. When I say weakness, the inability to provide and protect is called weakness.
I mean, I'll let you, man.
Yeah,
If I'm saying James, you're supposed to know about. If I'm
the
saying,
inability to state your truth and stand and die on your hill is weakness.
a man without integrity.
Lack of integrity. And that is something that is rampant in our situation, our country, our society. There's zero to little integrity and accountability to making mistakes on a man's point of view, which on the counter is matched by the promiscuity in women.
And I could also say that feminism make what they went wild. Because the men allow it to, like, it was the weakness of the man allow. Because with feminism, if you realize you speak about feminism with any male, A, I don't care how much you make. So go on, be the boss you want to be. I don't care. B, I disagree with any abuse
Yeah.
on any part.
We're not trying to abuse nobody.
So we agree with that. Everything else is just like,
So when feminists speak, they speak about the weak men in society. And that in itself is something that puts a negative light on a positive, what is called it? Integral. They have a high sense of integrity. What is called them kind of men? Perspicacious men. The men who really are about betterment. The men who really are about provision and protection. Now, when we blame these men who really enforcing the provision and protection of women and children, because at the end of the day, let me call a spade, right? Feminist ideas are protected and, well, actually protected by men. When you end up in a spot with a next crazy man, who you going to call? A female police or a male police officer?
I just call the police.
Right. When you call the police, who you expecting to see?
Whoever they send.
If you see two females come and they,
she gonna argue.
Who is the man?
Because you're
Who's-
in the police force, you must have had the training.
all right, so the woman come and she's like, who's that man?
That's how the police officer come and approach me.
That's
Well, no, probably not you, but for the general population.
generally speaking, who
General.
you expect to come when you call the police? Are two women or two men? Or a man and a woman? Or
A guy.
right. So, generally speaking, again, males enforce every political agenda in this society. Without the males, a raper man will be
Running spree, running amok.
He gonna have a whole field day. Because again, biologically speaking, women don't have them hands to throw.
But I feel like the reason why a lot of these things.
Talk
has
in the
to
mic
be-
now.
Oh, sorry. I feel like
Speak into the mic.
because. Okay, so if you're speaking on the instance of rape, like that was something that, again, your feminist agenda that you all so like to tout.
Oh, God.
It is.
I don't doubt it.
It is. If it is we didn't fight for it, if it is we didn't put our foot down and say, well, raping people is not wrong, and
we always knew it was
us
wrong.
talking.
We always knew it was wrong.
Fair enough, but a lot of people didn't, and they would be they would be told that you're lying. Why are you trying to ruin your reputation of this man? Like, this woman, why you didn't dress better? Why you didn't do this? And they always put the blame. Blame was being put heavily on women.
Bring her back every week.
Yeah, no,
Every,
she
like,
come
call her, tell her come wherever you
one day.
you just come.
Listen, it might be
just
tonight, but we will win you over.
We will win you over to the
Don't
dark
worry.
side of the force.
I don't think
We pull
so.
in here. Listen, I'm gonna touch the hooks up and bring it from the dark side, right? But this is what I'm telling you, right? Regardless of the debate about it or the debate, men at the end of the day have to enforce it, physically enforce it, because we could talk about it from now till the cows come home. That is wrong. It shouldn't happen. And somebody with a mental illness decides that he want to get some boom boom and he not one of these select men, he go down and take it. You need a man to stand in his way. Because, again, the physical difference between men and women, chances are that you will be able to fend off this madman. You need men to tell them, hey, try it and see how far you reach with it. You need men to stand in the gap and say, let the woman and them do what they want to do.
Because the time man, if the woman would stand up in the gap in this situation, go and get touched same
Yeah,
way.
they
He
go
don't
and
mind,
get touched the
he
same
don't
way.
mind getting
He
cough
just
in
see
the
the
head.
next woman.
Food boy.
Right.
That's how it really is.
Is the
food out
jungle. So these women hating on men who are there to protect them is kind of counterintuitive. If you understand where I'm coming from.
What was the thing that was said? The sisters, I could say sisters without it being seeming chauvinistic. Okay.
Well, he's a telomere.
No.
All right.
Anyway, so these sisters now will be like, we need allies for the movement, right? We need allies to get the train rolling, not to subjugate these hoes, to beat these bitches. We nanda. It's just more on the point of, lady, in order for this thing that we call ours, which is society and culture, to go further, I need you to walk in this direction, because this direction comes with offspring, because we have more children to have. Because ideally, my function would be to be progeny. I keep on mentioning progeny. That's the importance. Live long and prosper. We need kids. We need women to make kids.
Yeah, because
we need
you
men
get
to
old.
make kids with
You're
women.
gonna get old.
Who not going to last going to get wiped off the gene pool, unfortunately. Survival of the fittest is after you're taking longer than them to shaft now to say that thought.
That's all right.
Nah.
You take your time, right? But
It's from both genders, though.
No, we want the male. We want the
usually
male.
the male's
We want the
a
male
little
one.
bit thirstier.
No, because the female one is get away. We'll get away.
Yeah.
You're making hella assumptions there, you know.
All right. Tell me how.
What's the tastiest message? You gotta pull yours.
All right, first assumption.
I mean, yeah, the guys are definitely thirsty. I feel like
That's what you
I
said.
mean,
That's not
I
assumption.
feel like it depends on the girl. Like that, like you might get a girl
Don't blame
who's
me.
like super thirsty.
Boy.
Depends on who she is,
I
what
mean-
her orientation is, what her personality.
She will never be
You ever-
thirstier than the thirstiest man.
You ever get so yeah, we better taste. We
The
take-
thirstiest man will always be thirstier than the thirstiest woman.
Is your feminism allowing you to
see it?
Women to be thirstier
The
than men?
strongest man will always be stronger than the strongest woman. The most violent man will always be more violent than the most violent woman.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean.
we had this conversation.
Yeah.
last time too.
So at the end of the day, again, it coming back down to the simple mathematical averages, the ratios, whatever you want to call it. These people, these men, will always have a more, impactful attempt to get into a panty or a drawers or whatever you want to call that. But I'm not going down that road because as Toolman said, we are not about subjugation on the other side. We actually need to work hand in hand. So looking at it from what feminism has done to our relationships as men and women, it has driven a divide that makes women incapable of seeing reality for what it is, because it all is based on feelings. But
Because with the promiscuity, for some reason, these girls that have a lot of sex with a lot of different partners have the inability to pay a bond. Coming down later in late pay a bond. One mate, that kind of thing. Like how you like the monogamy, and she likes the monogamy, you want the monogamy. For some reason, every woman wants the monogamy. But something get pushed where sexual liberalism take front.
all right, You know what pair bonding is? I'll read it for you. Pair bonding refers to the strong and enduring emotional connection that forms between two individuals in a romantic relationship. It is often characterized by feelings of love, attachment, trust, and mutual support. Monogamy. Right?
Monogamy.
Pair bonding is a natural and fundamental aspect of human relationships and is observed in many monogamous species throughout the animal kingdom. In humans, pair bonding serves as the foundation for long-term partnerships and plays a crucial role in the formation of maintenance of families. It involves emotional intimacy, and a sense of commitment between two partners. This bond can lead to a variety of behaviors and emotional responses, such as emotional attachment, relationship satisfaction, trust and security, sexual intimacy, oxytocin release in women. And this is where we get into the point of what women are capable of doing when they are pair bonded. If you're not able to pair bond, you cannot have a monogamous relationship. Because that oxytocin release wouldn't happen. She will be able to tell, hey, there's just oxytocin. I don't really like that man like that. I've been around enough men to know it's just a release of these chemicals. So it ain't nothing serious. And not be able to really love somebody that she might or should be loving at that point in time. And that is what has caused them to jump from man to man to man to man until they're like, you know what, me want a man again. Because none of them good. And that is true hyper promiscuity.
But wouldn't it be considered the same for like guys?
Nah, it's not.
Because I mean, in my, well, I wouldn't say experience, but when you think about it anyway, where it's like
You gotta go up from the top.
men kind of desensitize themselves to women because they're moving from woman to woman to woman to woman. They're getting it wherever. So now when it's time to settle.
We want to get 8 for 6. You want to get 8 for 6. That's one. When it's time to settle.
When it's time to settle, I've heard the phrase, why buy the whole cow when he get the milk for free or whatever. The thing is.
Again, you are talking about the Lucho men.
Yeah, but you're also talking about the Lucho woman.
Wait.
Because it's not all...
We don't care if the woman lucho.
That's the difference.
They're not willing to take care of us until they need to die.
But that's on you.
The rule. There's going to be the new hashtag. All skins must beat.
Yeah, all skins are to get beat, for sure.
Wow.
All skins must beat. That's
Okay,
just...
no,
But earlier you all said that... What was said earlier about women? Like they look a certain
I reckon
way.
I reckon on you for half of these messages, eh?
Sure.
Because you're playing thirst trap out here.
First of all, if I choose to pose in a bikini, that's my prerogative.
Say it. Okay,
That
Bobby, bro.
is
Let's
my
hear this.
prerogative.
Let's hear this, Bobby. Good.
It is entitled to unsolicited opinions or thoughts.
I'm not telling you. Them.
And they're persistent too, eh? They will message you for years. And I will never reply.
No, okay, so,
No,
okay,
for
please
real,
tell me, how does one, like, I don't know you, right?
Sure.
And I find you attractive.
Yeah.
How do I get you to respond to me? If not that.
In person. No,
Come on.
seriously.
So
I'm someone that...
So how am I going to, I don't know where you live.
Exactly.
So how am I going to see you in person?
Well, no.
Serendipity?
It's going to have to happen, like,
Organically, right?
Yes, for sure.
So in short,
I'm way more
access denied.
old-fashioned.
Access denied.
Yes. And that's fair.
Of course. And that is your feminine prerogative.
Exactly.
Yes, of course.
But now when we reinforce the male prerogative, no, you had to take you up.
But when you end up with a man, he is going to enforce his masculine prerogative.
I don't want you to wear that.
Yeah.
All them
Why you on a
videos.
bikini and allowing this man
Who the hell is
Y.
Raj Kumar?
Or thunder toes, because this man have real persistence. The man have constitution.
No, it is not. That is constitution. That is integrity right there.
Wow, that man have real integrity.
Persistence.
Persistence is break resistance.
I seen all hours of the day.
No, my thing about it is...
It's for years,
Jesus.
Wait, now this goes back?
Yes.
Okay, so this is sponsored. That was sponsored by
Listen,
Rodo.
have you ever met this person?
Never. Don't even know that.
No, so if you meet him now, what will be the same?
I wouldn't even notice their face.
You see what we're talking about? So he will never get a chance at you. So how am I supposed to get with this 10?
This is the thing.
How do I get with that 10?
Typically, I like to meet someone through other mutual friends.
Simpsons, boy.
I typically like to meet through mutual.
So the Pareto distribution is in effect. I can't get my 20%.
Never. Never.
I have to sit down and be like, you know what? I have to watch you with the guy I do.
There.
Oh, one picture.
Hello.
One picture. Wow.
No, here again.
Okay, like if at some point, no, at some point we go and watch this back video
Dog, I in disbelief, you know.
at 2030.
Address again.
Dog, this is years. This thing going on.
That
What
was showing you.
Who is
madness.
this person?
That is me.
That's not you. Come on, stop the lies.
Bro.
Listen,
I didn't dress my best to come here.
even if
Respectfully.
it's, all right, cool. Why this madness going on for so long?
And it happens with multiple people. There's a man who
I don't
wants to
find
buy my clothes, like my bikinis.
Please, why don't you show that? Those were the.
Well,
those
I
were
mean,
the-
that's from my thrift shop though. But he claims he wants to wear it because he's what's the word he used?
Oh no, wrong.
What's the word he used?
He's a Simpson.
Yeah, he's a Simpson.
He claims he wants to wear it and he's not out yet. But he's huge in comparison to me. And
He's
I know
not a 10.
that
Is he a 10? Because everybody's a 10.
no,
Okay,
it's not a
he's
10,
not a 10.
respectfully. But he claims he wants to wear my clothes. However, I know they can't possibly fit him. So you just want to buy my underwears or bikinis or things that ride up my crack so that you could have it
So in
in your
short,
possession.
we are wondering why there's a lot of people frequenting the all houses of Trinidad now.
Are they?
What?
Yeah, it's serious.
That is pretty much why. Because I could have get you. So here's the scene: 250, 300, 400.
Somebody who
whatever.
look like you.
Wait now. She really look like the Reds.
She look like the Reds Hospital, yeah.
Perite. Hey, me, money. Boom. Bam.
Listen,
And that causing even a bigger rift between the, because
brother, I feel like we had to do the.
we had a two-part of this, you know.
Yeah.
Was it?
This one fighting like
No.
Highlander.
Hey.
She had this one.
No,
wheeling.
she know she on shit.
She knows
She on shit. You're like,
She-
mental fortitude, young lady.
Listen, it's a good thing is
Watch.
read so much, you know. You have a lot of mental fortitude.
yes,
but
yes,
you know.
read.
Yeah.
You see, across primary school education. So, real boy on color. Yeah, any boy on color?
I haven't read a boy on color in a good few years.
Yes, boy.
Several.
It's been, yeah.
It's been a while?
At least a little 20.
Wait, no, and I don't like him making me out for Sutania in the standard. For what was the standard? That was me.
Five.
That was me. Nice to meet you.
5.
I mean, it really could be the guy.
What?
Nah.
I
not my
vividly
bridge.
remember it because I remember being scared.
When that's what he said, if you remember.
Well, I was walking to KFC.
Talking to Mike now.
And he started to, I don't remember what he was saying. He was trying to talk to me. He was like, good afternoon. Where you going, Smalley? But I'm like, you're talking, you know, when somebody's talking to you, I don't know if guys would experience this, but you know, when somebody's looking at you in a sitting where you're talking to you in a sitting where and you feel like you could be standing up there in a burqa, but you feel like you're naked.
Yeah.
Like how he was speaking to me made me feel very uncomfortable. And I turned around and I watch him and I kind of walk off. And he's like, oh, so you can't tell me anything. And he starts to cuss me.
This St. James.
I mean,
happens
it happens.
everywhere.
It does. I could be
probably a
walking.
drawback.
That happened to one of my friends in Sour.
It
Look at these
happens.
places you calling that.
But I
Be
mean,
crazy.
anywhere there is
Jesus Christ.
men, anywhere there are people
Gathering,
walking
just
around.
chilling out.
Yeah.
All right.
It
so
happened.
ladies,
and
we
it's like
reach our
when
hour
just
and
in
52
China.
minutes.
Yeah, I realized.
Yeah, right? And we still.
Hey, we coming back. We coming for part two of
We had to
this.
do our part, right? But let me tell you something. We still have a lot to talk about.
You see,
All right.
that should be your name when you shoot. This trap and
Nah.
Bruh.
She's out. You're not walking to the shop. That's evidence that you're at the
yeah,
shop.
get this trap, man. Get this trap, man.
This poor.
So it's on my behavior.
No,
I wouldn't say it's
not
your
And the
behavior.
thing is, me just posing in a bikini or something.
Right.
The twerk video might have been a little bit.
Okay, yeah,
but that's
right.
one video.
That's one though. That's one.
I didn't check the whole thing. And I'm blaming you for him being super this. Because I will.
Hey, listen.
It's
this
the kind of
girl's-
So what?
this-
So a girl enjoying herself during either carnival time or
Oh, no,
whatever
no,
the
no,
case
no,
may
no.
be.
Let me tell you something. Again, we're going back to the fact that there are way more weak men than there are strong.
84. Oh, sorry, it's actually 85.
85.
85.
Right? That is the average IQ level of the Trinidadian male. Or Trinidadian person. All right?
85. So there's not readers. There's
Stoic thinkers.
There's not philosophers.
No.
No. This is standard 5 year. Nani. Nice.
These are,
This
these
is-
are
oh,
dangerous.
It's like caveman type.
Yeah, Turka. Yeah, well, don't expect much out there. Don't expect much.
These are the men
Wait,
who will house to house to house to house.
Oh, wait, could,
But
would you-
again, that's
would-
way
would-
too much.
Would you have
Way
sex
too
with me?
many.
No. Would you have sex with me?
Double
No.
standards.
Would you have sex? This is like, it's just how a man go try algorithm. I know a guy went try entire.
We know a guy.
Oh, yeah, you know him too. And I saw it live. This was when Facebook was like at the heights.
Yeah.
Sent the same message to every single girl, period. Like he could have gained contact with whoever.
We ever contacted you.
Man forward a message.
No, but then I was like,
Broadcast it.
no, yeah, basically. But they wouldn't know. But the best part about that is I sat down and think, he really working his stats because most likely he gonna get no. But then he was
You might possibly get yes.
no, he get his percentage come up to about 3%, but he work out the figure and work out, okay, if in 100 girls, like about 3 girls are going to try and lick down the tree now. I was like, this man might be a genius, but he's so disgusting because I don't have that kind of effort.
Filthy.
No, let me tell you.
You cannot-
It's not
nah,
double
that's right.
standard. There are
That's
way
effort.
more
I willing to put
big
in
men than
no.
they are strong. We have to accept that. This is the mammalian principle. There could only be few strong men because we will always be at war if everybody was strong. Right? Everybody will have their own opinion and they'll die on the hill. So
Somebody
there
just-
must be a lot more followers than there are leaders. However, the other side of the story is that there are a lot of women who are delusional. And these women aren't worth their weight in salt. Based on, are you a 10 out of 10? They look at themselves as probably a 10 and they probably a 4. They look at themselves as a 10 and they probably a 5.
And we talking about physically, yeah.
Physically. Only physically.
No, remember, you have a lot.
But I
we're
mean,
not-
again,
we're
it's
not talking-
perspective though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
No,
somebody
no.
might say,
No. The
"I'm
sexual
the
marketplace.
baddest
The
thing."
sexual marketplace speaks the truth. If nobody ever come and ask you to model nowhere, chances are
No, but
Why
that's
you
not,
watching- why
that's
you
not
watching for?
fair.
Oh.
No, but that's not fair
All right,
because
okay.
you cannot say model because the model,
All right,
modeling
maybe not model.
industry only
Maybe not model.
values a certain body type. They only
If-
value a certain type of
all
person.
right, fine.
Respectfully.
If only men ever came to you and say, you know, you're pretty, you're sexy. If no woman ever tell you that, your chances are you're not ready there.
I mean,
You're really not there.
it depends.
Remember,
like,
we
again, the environment.
We will tell you everything and anything.
Yeah, we don't have no reason to lie.
Get
to
her
you.
else sweet. Get her
We
else
have
sweet.
no reason to lie,
Get her else
right?
sweet.
Men,
Get her else sweet. Get her else sweet.
a lot of weak men will lie because they want to get pumps.
Sure.
And they will say anything and do anything.
On this show, we have no reason
Well,
to lie.
you've seen it.
Nah, to me, I won't find that guy and
We had to intervene, though.
I won't find that guy and be like, hey, what?
I said
Actually,
I
no.
wanted to do the no name thing anyway.
Nah,
No, not that. Find
forget
that guy. No, I'm not talking about actually find him and do something to him. Come on, I'm gonna be like, yo, here's this here. I have a routine for this. We gonna go down to our local watering hole and we are gonna you might get a 10. You're gonna get like a little 4.
You don't want it. Though.
No.
But the thing is, though, I can't imagine how many other girls he's also messaging in
A
the
lot.
same manner.
A lot.
So it's like,
No,
you know,
but-
is it even genuine
so,
what you're
so,
saying?
so in
Yes.
short, going down and I
Yes.
going down, yes, because he's just trying to get
He's
through.
quite genuine.
No, going down in a Gale DM, going down in a Gale
Yes.
DM,
Saying I'll marry you,
yes.
everything.
going
Yes.
down in a, my question is going down in a Gale DM the way to get through?
It's definitely
Sometimes
not.
it depends. It depends because there are
Hey,
instances where
brothers,
you could
whoever listening to
potentially
this,
get
do
through.
not
They
listen
have
to
people
her.
who meet
Yeah.
based off of social
No,
media.
I'm talking about for the 10s because he's at 10. She's at 10. What,
Well,
how
if
much
he's
you
at
rate yourself,
10
G?
too, but if he's at 10
G,
too.
how much you rating yourself?
How much you got 10?
Because we didn't ask you.
Yeah.
We need to know. How much you rate?
Physical?
No, G. We talking about
Everything?
Yeah, how much
No,
you
they're
rate
being
it? I need,
physical.
yeah, well, how much you rate yourself?
Like a 9.
9. So use Kelly Rowland. Cool.
Go long.
No, use Beyonce, Kelly Rowland. The Kelly Rowland twins, Beyonce.
All right,
It's we
cool.
say.
Let me tell you something, huh? If you consider yourself a 10, that means there's no improvement to go.
You're perfect.
You're perfect.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
You're perfect.
Don't you dare.
You're perfect.
You know, God makes no mistakes. What can I say?
God,
You know-
make your
you know-
parents make you
You know,
gay.
10 years ago.
Your parents make you gay line.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
10 years
10
ago.
years ago, it was fugly. I had the ugly girl in states, but people would beg to differ. But I thought so, you know. 'cause
No, well, I mean, your
undergirl
age.
braces, you know, that kind
Oh,
of thing.
yeah.
So I wasn't
yeah,
really the
yeah,
sweetest thing, you know.
So you,
But no.
Plus,
so
I
you
have sweeter
blossomed.
sisters, you know what I mean? So there was like, it was
You
like,
want
oh, I'm
receipts?
the uglier one. Oh, a period.
And now use the hottest
I
one.
never say that. I never say that.
Oh, wait, now, because it's rare in the family
I
reunion.
never say
there.
that. No. I love. They're
You just
all
say,
gorgeous. All
alright,
of us
cool,
are beautiful.
cool.
Shining
can't-
our own way.
Somebody must be sweeter than somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I cannot take You know what they like? All they really like is committee BS.
Yeah,
Where it's like
let's
everybody's
leave that
pretty and we're
committee, yeah.
all lovely and
But it's
nobody-
not true.
It cannot
There's a
work.
But I
hierarchy.
mean,
It can't work.
but if my family's DNA is mainly beautiful.
I think it
girls.
work out. It work
It's
out in
fair.
A and B favor. The Kelly Rowland sisters. Nah, you know why? Because we have a few things working in our society, specifically coming on post-colonial, blah blah blah. Clearly, hair, light skin. Well, I get through.
The mulattoes.
Well, I get through on that wavelength. It's very harder for people to fit into that archetype. We could agree on this for females. Or are they perfect too? And that
You
kind of
ever hear the meme about the red woman in Trinidad and Tobago? The
We are
red
talking
woman
about
is
from-
gold in
No, I've
Trinidad.
seen curly hair, light skin, etc.
You know what you would call
I
you
like that.
in the so-called poorer demographic? Popoy skin.
Popoy.
You ever heard that before?
Yes. You never heard that before?
Popoy is in the animal.
No,
No.
popoy as in the papaya.
Oh,
A pawpaw.
papaya.
Yeah, pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw skin.
What does
But-
that refer to?
A pawpaw.
No, but okay.
Your complexion, your hair type.
G, you grew up in the East West corridor.
Yeah,
you know I talk. You know I talk.
They ball out the so-called Venezuelan contingent. This is popoy skin, Spanish, right? That's the.
Wait,
You
are we-
never hear that?
Gee, are we-
He's from St. James.
I have never.
Them grew up
Never.
in the, you grew up in the East, huh?
G, tell me you hear that already.
You grew up in the East,
You
huh?
heard Popo skin?
I've heard it
Popoy,
before,
not popo. Popoy.
but not within recent times. though.
Popoy
Because
skin.
this new generation, this by committee design thing, it
Yeah.
works really well.
It's work on paper.
It works really well. What you're saying is lovely, and I want to sign up to this petition wherever it's going to be at a coffee shop or wherever it is.
The Queen's Park
The
Savannah.
Queen's Park Savannah, and I would go and like root for it. All of it's bullshit.
I really hope
What,
for
brown
it.
skin girl?
No, what? No, what?
Oh.
Oh,
No.
no.
No, you're not brown skin. You're red.
No, I'm not speaking about myself.
No, I talking about the by committee. Everybody's perfect. There's no.
It's not ugly. It's not
ugly.
I know they are ugly.
Finally, we getting somewhere. Oh,
Yeah.
2 hours in, we now start to
Again,
differentiate.
It's still based on perspective
Spectrum.
again.
So she's 350 pounds. She smell a little kind of way. She have acne on her face, and she's
That's
walk
not
with
for
a,
you.
she's walk with a waddle.
That's for you.
She's walk with a waddle.
For me,
The 350 pound
350 pounds. Acne.
acne
Waddle.
smells slightly.
She have a little scent, a little Dio.
The frozen, a little Dio.
A little Dio.
Yo.
From
You're
Chris.
bound to smell it. You know who is that?
And-
You close your eye
I
like
mean,
this,
even
and you
if
can
you're
smell it.
skinny and smelling bad, I mean,
All
obviously
right.
you lost points.
All right, so we go in with the 350, smelling bad, acne. She ain't really saying much. Would you say she and you could pull the same kind of dudes?
No.
Ah,
if you like them BBW.
That's not BBW.
That is obese.
That is our mom. That's our moms. That's our moms.
Yeah, but if that's what they like, that's what
It
they
could have men,
like.
But
but
there are
skinny
some
men
men
who
that
run like
like-
that. Who want to
Who like
There's
content
no
now?
flex on them.
Why are
They
you
do
looking at
actually.
me
I just-
when you say that's
First
skinny
of
man?
all, I'm sitting facing this way. But there are men who, prefer that type of body
Yeah,
makeup,
they
and
do.
I can't speak on behalf of them.
So the men who say they love baby wheels. Baby wheels.
Baby wheel.
Yeah. That's fine.
That
Right?
obese woman. That's what he's talking about.
These men who saying that, and I'm going on, this is my take, although I don't agree, this is my take. The men who saying that generally can't get other women.
That's not true.
Cool.
I don't agree.
I'm gonna
That's
pull up.
skinny.
I'm gonna pull up
Skinny man.
all the men I know that like big chicks, and I like on a list. Like, what you think about this fella?
I'm sure they could get through with a small.
Thank you. I go pull up. I go pull up.
Do it up. Just do it up. Just do it.
Thank you.
We debated enough.
I'm sure they could get
I
through
fell
with
upon these
small.
anecdotes.
Yeah.
Let's
The
go to
anecdotal
cold,
evidence,
hard
yeah.
facts.
We need the truth. Just pull them up. Pull them
No,
up. Pull
but
them up.
even so, like, I mean,
Huh?
there's somebody, there had to be somebody for somebody.
No, I know.
There's someone for
There
everyone.
could not be somebody for everybody.
There is someone for everyone.
You know why that wouldn't work? Because there are more women on the earth than there are men. So that means polygamy has to be the thing to go.
Yeah, but you have to also
mean, also-
consider there are gay people. There,
Yes.
We talking about people who trying to stay in the
Lesbian.
gene pool here without we talking about that. We're not talking about outliers here. We're talking about people that are trying to stay in the gene pool.
what I mean.
Procreation has to take place for our next child. So even if you adopt and that kind of thing, it wouldn't be technically your child, you'll be out the gene pool. We're talking about people who are trying to propagate. Me make a child with you, you can like whatever the hell you want. Cool, good for you. But me and you making a child. Bam. And that child is our offspring genetics.
What about the people who don't want kids?
They'll get wiped out the gene pool. Flat. They're going to get wiped out. It's just...
No, but I'm just saying they are.
Yeah.
People
I have a
who
cousin.
don't
agree.
want kids.
We agree. I have a
People who
cousin.
can't have kids.
I have a-
We
I have a-
agree.
I have a-
We agree.
I have
We
a cousin. I have a cousin. I have two cousins who have kids. I have a cousin who don't want kids. Same difference. They know the fact. They're going to enjoy every boat cruise. Well,
They living their life.
But when they die, that's the end of the tree.
Okay.
Honestly, that's not my problem.
Right.
Not their
That's
problem.
none of us problem. But
Right,
the
but
ones
they-
who fighting to remain in the gene pool,
Yeah.
that's what we're
Then-
talking about.
Yeah, well, you fight up.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't even know. I wouldn't even consider it a fight.
Oh, it is.
You know what you like? I really like all your privilege, you know. Pretty privilege.
Yeah, pretty privilege. Pretty privilege. All they will see. These people are invisible to you guys.
Look what we going to do. A nice little social experiment. We're going to get like the special makeup that make you look like a fugly chick.
Yeah, my sister does that SFX.
Oh, I thought you was going to say your sister's a fugly chick. That was like, oh.
She know why she's studying that. Because
Yeah.
his sister sweet. So
No, right.
she
So
have
she
the
gonna-
confidence
so you
in
gonna
this,
put
so
it-
she
so
can
you
just
gonna
go
put
and
this on
say,
your
oh
face?
God, there's all.
And
You have it.
And we go and see how hard life really is. Because I think we had a decent run at life. When Sage Lady G, you want to say?
Yeah, no, this one, I get that
No,
one.
yeah, no, legit.
Even.
No,
yeah.
because-
Did you real quiet? This
No, that's what she does. She's puts you up.
She's being
with her in the
Yes,
bush. She's
sniper,
beating past
sniper.
life.
Yeah.
She has like really nice teeth. That's all I would say there. Because she's smiling 90% of the time.
Big
At
dog.
these young people.
Don't embellish Lady G. That she stay in the corner and shoot. Right? Because she trying to shoot me, dog.
Yeah, I don't figure out if what side you're on this war.
Yeah, G. Pick a side.
Pick a side.
But you're saying that your friend or friends who
Um,
like
we
BBW
mightn't
can't
be-
get anything
you
but
calling them a friend?
BBW.
You calling them a friend?
Okay, you're
fine,
associate.
though. I
You're
understand.
associate. Whatever.
I'll live in my brother, boy.
They like BBWs, and you're telling me that they can't get anything but BBWs
He's no.
unless that's his preference, and he would just rather not accept anything but. a
No, of course, it's be your
BBW.
preference after the fact.
I mean, if that is all that coming
Yeah,
to
but he
you, they
also
might
you
as well
make
choose
a
it.
big body kind of fella.
No, bro. This is when I tell you he's my friend. Man, he good.
Wait, so
I tell
he's
him-
skinny or he's like a? Is he like? Does he have low self-esteem?
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
What's your first name? Yeah.
Go ahead. We know the guy.
Let's see.
What do you think about this guy?
I mean, I've seen like
No.
uglier people get you.
No. Is he your type?
But it's true.
She
though. I
said
have
she said about
people
she
that-
back out there.
One time she bought.
Yeah, well, come on. You're not interested. Stop it. You're not interested. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
It's
Yeah,
not a
but
very flattering
that's
picture.
not. If we not interested, I don't say nothing.
No, but he
Like,
wants the tens. You are the tens. That's what I'm talking about. The
He
point.
looking for ladies like you.
you. He wants the tens.
So he's settling for the BBW.
Oh, well.
He has the. What,
Yeah,
what
no
I'm
Don't say
trying
he
to say
has
is-
to. Don't say he has to.
Unless he go and rape.
He gone.
What?
Was the other alternative?
You giving it to him? You gonna.
But you're acting like if
Is he your type?
they're on fugly, skinny
Be worthy.
people.
I don't know. Maybe
Pause.
be worthy of a 10.
No,
We try
pause,
that, I
pause,
don't know.
pause. Miss 10, is he your type? That's
He's
it.
not my type.
Thank you.
Not
Is
my
he-
type.
Thank you.
Lady G.
Thank
Oh,
you.
God, boy.
So in
He
short,
can't- yeah,
he
yeah.
can't get the slim. He can't get the little thicker ends.
he
Can't get the browning.
us. That doesn't mean he can't get someone
So
that's
we're not saying he
of
can't get
the
10, but the
spectrum of-
odds of him getting that is way less than a Chad. Is he a Chad? No. You would have swiped left
Admit
on
it.
Tinder.
But as you think
I don't
too,
have
like
Tinder.
What?
you might not even be attracted to a child.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay.
Well, at least you could acknowledge
he's not
that he's a
androgynous.
child.
He's not androgynous enough for you, man.
Nothing to be about androgynous.
He's not saying
No,
you.
no.
Yeah, no, well, he's very intelligent.
Dude, but the question is,
Okay, well, that
you
would
might
take
be
an
attracted to a
interaction,
child,
no.
but they still agree that, yeah, he's a child. He's a good looking dude.
And well, he ain't making you. You know, you
So
understand.
he's not making enough money.
He making.
So-
No, he making good. No, he making good dust. You know, he not just making. You don't understand. She kind of does she looking for. Nah,
Nah, she looking for big money.
she looking for big. She looking for the $3.
She looking for the
On
real money.
She don't go. She goes to the bricks for dinner for breakfast. That kind of, yeah.
Every morning.
Every morning. That's,
Every morning.
She knows how that eggs Benedict tastes.
Yeah, that,
Very well.
That continental
She
breakfast.
Share the
No, she don't put.
share the knowledge.
No, she's a continental breakfast kind of girl.
Oh, content
no.
Every day.
every day and every night.
Don't pull back now, lady.
I offer no, it's not. I offered her to go to double. She watched me and asked, "What's that?"
No way. No way.
That's why I know. That's why I know. I'm not saying she's a gold digger. I'm just saying she's not messing with her broke.
Why are you lying? She ain't messing with no broke.
Yeah.
But We
Don't. Anyway, we went. We went.
We digress.
It was fun.
Digress.
It was
This
really,
was a fun
all I
episode.
know is you not going through that, you ain't going through that, and you ain't going through that. So he had to take you ugly girl. I rest my case.
So we
Ugly
wanna,
doesn't lead to fat though.
Yeah.
Necessarily. No.
That's what I'm saying. We started off by saying he only like fat girl,
Yeah, that's what
and he
you
could
were
only
saying.
he only
He could
want
only
fat
get
girl because he could
fat
only
girl.
get fat girl.
You consider yourself what, by chance, Miss Ten?
If I consider myself fat,
Yeah.
have you seen me?
No, I never really got a full.
No, I
I've
definitely
literally
might.
seen her close up, and I was just like, "Oh, that's again from last time."
we
And I
have,
thought,
we have a rule on the show. We do look at the guest slider.
I don't.
Word. Respected.
Well, I'm watching her because you know she's
She watching you?
full of, she's watching me. That's kind of.
Well, you told me I didn't make eye contact at first, so you know. I'm trying
Oh,
to show you
challenge
that I
accepted.
Hopefully
yeah.
that didn't make you uncomfortable.
No. Well, I felt like he was looking at me, and I felt naked and stripped.
What?
I felt
catcalled.
I felt catcalled.
That's ridiculous.
Yes. So okay, that was nice.
All right, ladies. So we reached 2 hours and 10 minutes into this thing. I want to give my little final words, inspiring words for you beautiful ladies on the panel, especially Sniper in the corner.
You tens. You have to say you tens.
You tens you. You tens you.
You tens. You twerkers. You
10, 10,
tens.
10. Right now we are 30 on the panel though.
You didn't have to go that far.
Why can't I say about it twerking? You should be proud of it. Be proud. Be proud.
Yes.
I still can't believe what I just see tonight though.
No, hear us now. I cannot want to pay people to go in DMs and see their success rate. I'm going to take my money and spend on this.
By
He's
the looks of things,
persistent.
that man is he has a lot of integrity.
I agree.
One.
He probably would treat you real nice.
He probably would lick your feet and thing.
Andy, what's wrong with that?
I never said, what?
Everything now.
I
Exactly.
never said anything was wrong with that.
So, ladies,
So
final thoughts.
final thoughts. Ladies, I understand that you have your understanding of what the world is. We must also understand that the world operates between lines and boundaries. Though you are able to assimilate and handle yourselves on a higher level, the vast majority of people, called the average Jews
84, 85.
and Jeans, they don't actually get the benefit of your lives based on the pretty privilege, based on the ability to go through life with the freedom to say and do as you please. A lot of people, societies let them know real quick, hey, you ain't good enough. Don't try that shit.
You are relegated to getting the bottom 80.
Yeah. Right? But you had to call a spade a spade. A spade. And when we get to the bottom of the whole story, pause. When we get to the end of the whole
boxing
story.
wild man.
Yeah, boy, don't give it.
Boxing
Yeah,
wild.
my job there, boy. Yeah, sorry. When we get to the end of the story, we must admit that there are certain things that you could do that a regular Jane can't.
You're in a highly literal. All three of you.
Yeah.
Like readers. Oh my God. A girl that reads.
For the men that would be able to attract you ladies,
He has to be a CPU.
has to be safe. Well, you ought to be CPU attracted to him. One, he had to come with a lot of different attributes that you.
Androgynous, rich.
He had to be Batman,
Never said I
so to speak, right?
have to be Android.
He has to be Bruce Wayne.
He had to be Bruce Wayne.
But looks like Edward. He has to be Edward as Batman.
Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm very much not attracted to Edward.
Okay, well,
Edward.
Seth Rogen, if you want to call it that.
I don't. Does it say can't pinpoint it? But go ahead.
Good. You have the ability.
Whoever.
It's a vibe.
You have the ability to say is a vibe because your inbox is so laden with attention.
But you know, if I ever get in a relationship, I would gladly do
If?
all my socials, you know.
No, but
Lovely.
that man
Yeah, that money.
can't
Yeah,
come and tell you, hey, kill that.
I would be like, hey, I deleted it.
Yeah, but if
I
he
want
comes
to.
and says, hey, kill that, I don't want you or nothing, you're going to be like, but why? I could do what I want to do.
Full.
This ought to be our part two.
I swear.
So since we know all the ladies fighting, all they fighting wild and all they fighting unfair,
Yeah.
we come at part two, right? Because the points that they made on paper, they sound excellent.
We gonna get some fugly guys next.
We're going to bring some fugly guys. We're going to bring them. And
Matter
we're
of
going to...
fact, if you get mail bomb this entire week in terms of your DM, It was me. I setting this up as like, fellas, let me see which one I'll get through.
Is that free fall?
Is that free fall? You see this thing? Put your IG up. Put your IG up.
Look how uncomfortable. Look already off the
No,
back.
because I generally, I ignore them. Like, I
The invisible thing?
I don't even know Instagram really works, to be honest with you.
Right now, Lady G, let me know, hey, don't even bother with that dog because them fellas them can't even afford a $2.
Yeah, that's... Fellas, if add the code for G to subscribe to the page, and I'll tell you exactly what you gotta do, exactly word for word, what to do to get you with G.
We're not trying to be evil
in a relationship, full time. I know the code.
Be inside. Well, you will be inside. But yeah, be careful with you.
Yeah, a little more time with QP and say, let's give her 2 hours. 2 hours of just conversation, listening.
So
I'll tell you exactly what you need to say
ladies,
and do.
Well, your final say.
It's an algorithm.
Starting with Queen of the Pack. See what you had to say and finish. All right? Yeah, see what you had to say and done. We're moving on from that.
All right, well, what I have to say is that I
Talking in
think...
mic. Nah.
Sorry.
Afraid the microphone or?
You see how you're loud and thing?
All I have to say
Thank
is that
you.
I still believe that our relationship is 50-50. I still believe that we are all... We are each responsible for the care of another person's feelings and their heart.
Boom.
And I don't think that whether male or female, man or woman cheats is worse than the other. I feel like this is both terrible equally, and they may have different repercussions within society, but regardless, I feel like the contribution and the repercussions more or less kind of waver on the same length.
Okay.
That's my opinion on it.
Okay.
Thus far.
There are things for feelings, but we deal with facts. So, cool.
Yo.
Why she roll her eyes like that? Roll her eyes like that? That was rude.
Next.
That was rude.
To agree with QP, I believe that it's not linear when it comes to both the male and female spectrum of it. I do agree that it's a 50-50, and it will hurt on either party's side whether or not to be cheated on. Especially if the other person's emotions were intensely devoted to that other part. So, yeah, I agree with QP.
Didn't expect any other.
Come on.
Wow, that wasn't expected answer at all.
Oh, wow. Surprise. Lady G.
You're going to hear, for the first time for this ever, you're going to hear the word. She going to put both all in the truth.
Nah.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm looking forward to part 2 of this episode. It was very interesting and informative.
Oh, so you're watching me different?
No.
Okay, that was it. I was like,
Toolman. Tell him.
okay.
Man.
You watching me? Okay, what I'll say is never listen to what they say, gentlemen. Listen to their watch their actions. That's all I will say.
That's solid advice.
Because I listening as he
Ladies, listen too.
I am seeing 100% nice smiles. If you see it,
Beautiful. What's
10
that?
out of 10.
The very beautiful. Oh my
10
God.
and I'm a smile guy. I love smiles. Buzzy.
I agree.
But then I just behind it, I see the forces of the devil behind it.
Otherwise referred to as
Shaitan.
All right,
I see the forces are shaitan here. I see one little one that's playing like thing. I'm just like, oh, really? You're such a nice person. Let's go out for drinks. Bam, I see the devil now. Bam. I just wait. I'm waiting for it.
So we did
For
not
the other
release
shooter
the Kraken tonight.
No, I was very tame.
No, we wouldn't.
I was very tame tonight.
We were very tame. But the whole point is we're going to get to a point of understanding that we could both agree on what we're saying to actually truly make sense to each other. All right?
Men on shit, women on shit. We can agree
We
on
both
that?
on shit.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
Agreement.
As someone that dates both, yes.
Come back again.
Respectfully.
Facts.
Okay. So, yeah, play the.
Good. Alright, good.
That's all, folks.
All right.